All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning. Hope you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How are you doing today?
Carlos, I am actually doing fantastic this morning. I had a very busy morning already because today is the day. Today's the day, Carlos. I've been to the. I stretched. I've done my push-ups. I've been to the gym. I've been in the steam room. I had my cold shower. And today I fight for the man. I go to court today.
That's right.
It's my big day in court. And this afternoon I'm going to go and probably be totally ignored by the judge, and it'll all be over in about 10 seconds. But I'm doing this for the principle, man. Like I said, never argue with a retired guy with nothing better to do, man. I am going to fight for all the injustice out there, because again, I basically got tickets that they acknowledge were issued improperly, and they just threw me into a bureaucracy hell and said, deal with the bureaucracy, and that pisses me off. So I'm saying, no, I will then follow your bureaucracy, even if it means going to court and wasting everybody's time. So that's what we're doing. So anyway,
that is awesome, and I'm rooting for you. We got your back, man. We got your back.
All right,
friends. While we await the decision that Peter gets in his court day here, let's take a look at our gappers list brought to you by tradingterminal.com. You can always go there and get scanners completely free to you. And again, everything's lopsided. Everything's falling to one side this morning, and that is the green side. So a lot of stuff in the green today. SPYs are crushing it today. Earnings, companies are just crushing it, Peter. They're just doing so well. We'll talk about those. There's a few big ones that came out last night, some that came out today. Engineering the markets with Jared this morning, going over a lot of stuff on there that was very insightful about the market and expected moves, which again are always great to hear. So again, just a lot happening. This market for us traders, Peter, is an amazing time. It's an amazing market, a lot of opportunities. I'm enjoying it, man. I'm really enjoying it. So let's get to
what's happening.
Yeah. Let's get to what do we have here? Not announcements. U.S. economic calendar. See what's going on there.
Yeah, not much. Again, another quiet day. We had 0 on the calendar yesterday. Today, the only thing on it is the U.S. leading economic indicators, or sometimes it's called the U.S. economic outlook. Anyways, it's expected to see a 1.1% contraction for the month of December. I think it's December numbers that we're going to be looking for. This, the market doesn't care. Look, I mean, this is not a big deal. So basically, we essentially have nothing on the economic calendar again. It's remarkably quiet. I would have thought after the inauguration that we'd have a backlog of stuff, especially with the day off. But no, it is very, very quiet, and has been for the last couple of days. So, as we get to the latter half of the week, I guess we get a little bit more. Like tomorrow, we got jobless claims, but really that's it. And then we got home sales and consumer sentiment coming out on Friday, but surprisingly quiet week. So anyways, but that's good maybe, because we get to focus on some of these stocks that are moving. Carlos and I did a live broadcast yesterday afternoon leading into Netflix earnings. And man, it did not disappoint. Netflix was all sorts of crazy. And we can certainly talk about that because, as we get into this list of things that are up, Netflix is near the top.
Yeah, definitely crushing a great segment. Yesterday we had also Brian and Jared on there as well. So again, so if you missed it, you can catch that. You catch us live, catch our commentary, a little bit about the company and how they're doing over the last couple of years. We won't get into all the details today in this show because of the time, but yeah, worth taking a look at if you missed it. All right. Let's dive into this gappers list, friends. Let's go in here and let's see what we're going to start with. We're going to look at the top 5. So many on here. We'll look at the top 5, see what's driving these. A lot of them in the double digits here, and then we'll hop around because just so much for us to cover. And again, this has been a very, very fun market, very active market. Let's take a look at the first one here. Is USG, What is USG? Let's take a look at. Oh, U.S. Energy. All right. So, uh, again, this one it's in play. Obviously, there's a lot of policies with U.S. Energy and everything going on with the new administration. So, energy stocks are obviously in play. I'm not a fan of day trading these. Again, look at this. You guys see this drop here right now? This is just starting to. Did I say something? Sorry. Starting to drop the dollar. What do we do, Peter? Did you break something there? Are you shorting
Did
it?
I? Wasn't me, man. I didn't touch it. Yeah. So look, there's always impacts from the political arena. Washington has an effect on the markets, and I think this is maybe a carryover from the inauguration. Certainly, there was statements made by now President Trump about oil. I can't remember. There was some quote about oil. Basically, said we're going to drown the country in oil or something like that. I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember exactly what he said. But anyways, oil drill, baby, drill. Is that what he said? Okay, there you go. Drill, baby, drill. So there you go. So it makes sense to me. I get why this is moving up, but you're right, Carlos. Not a sector that day trades well. So yeah, probably not something that we're going to be able to actively trade throughout the day.
Yeah, so just be careful on this one. Again, energy, stocks, tickers, ETFs, all that stuff is in play. Just pay attention to whatever policies are being announced and released. It's a very volatile situation right now, as you just saw now, right? So this thing's just dropping quite a bit going into the red. So won't be on my list as far as day trading. Let's take a look at the QBTS, QUBT. These guys, man, they started to bounce back a couple of days ago. A couple of days ago, we see a little bit of a bounce. This, for example, this QBTS went as low as, what is this, $3.60, now back at 7, right? This thing has been as high as 11 and 10. Had the big drop when our buddy Wang from Nvidia slammed them, if you guys remember that. And they've been trying to recover, looking to close this gap down that they had about 2 weeks ago. So I like both of these. I think they can trade very, very well. They're going to be on my list. This is QBTS. The other one is going to be QUBT. This one also moving higher, a little less volume, but still up 9%. Both of them in play, Peter. What's your thoughts on them?
Well, I mean, look, so let's go back. Let's just make sure everybody's oriented here. We know that quantum, right, was hot. And then we had Nvidia's CEO, Jensen Huang, who sort of got up at the CES conference in Vegas and said, yeah, it's probably 15, 30 years away from being sort of an effective technology. I'm paraphrasing, of course, what he said. But then, we get announcements made after the inauguration by Oracle and Microsoft and Nvidia that they're all planning to invest collectively about $500 billion in AI over the next few years. And in support with the US government, Trump announced an AI project called Stargate. And while there's not a lot of details in this, what is Stargate? Isn't there a show called Stargate?
Sounds like some kind of show. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe.
Yeah, don't they go to like other dimensions, and is that what it's called? It's anyways, yeah, it's a movie. Well, there was a movie, but then there was a show, wasn't there? Called anyways, whatever. They've announced an AI infrastructure project called Stargate with a suggestion in there that there is huge future opportunity for quantum computing. So here we go, Carlos. Like these companies just won't go away. They just keep trading volume. They keep sticking
Yeah.
around. I'm telling you, they're fun. So pick the ones you want in the chat room. People are posting their memes. So there you go. I thought there was, yeah, Stargate SV1 or sorry. I never actually watched the show, but it always felt like a Star Trek knockoff to me. But I hear it's good. Anyways, SG1. There it was. All right. Anyways, there. So yeah, look, there's money. They're putting money behind AI specifically. Really, quantum is sort of just an also ran. Like there's a secondary mention of quantum, and I guess it's enough to lift these stocks. So here we go, right? QBTS, QUBT, Rigetti Spaghetti. They're all sort of back onto our gap up list. So let's go, baby. Quantum's not dead yet.
It sure is not. I'm gonna be putting QBTS on my list, right? So I'll be putting that one on there. Ion Q. Let's take a look at how that is doing. I know this is another one that can trade very well. Gets great volume also. They're up slightly. But yeah, I like QBTS the best out of all of them right now. Got the most volume. And there's a lower price stock, which usually I don't prefer, but this one, you look at this pre-market activity, is moving very, very well, so it won't be up my list. All right, pick your favorite. There's a ton out there that are going to be moving with that, with all this news that's coming out on AI and everything tech. PDYN, we've seen this one here before. I never actually kept it on my list, so I never watched it. This morning, they're up 12%, 522,000 shares traded. Not in love with it, Peter. What's the news, if any?
Let's see. They did get news. Yes, well, actually, it was 2 days ago that they had a new contract with the Air Force for some AI software for their UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles. I think that's what the UAV stands for. Anyways, for drones, to provide some next generation chipsets. So that's not. I don't feel like that's new news. I feel like that's a couple of days old because that came out on Monday. Over the holiday. So, but yeah, maybe it's in play. I don't know. I don't usually watch this one, so
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. I don't like it.
there's better
So
things today, I think.
I think so, man. Let's get to them. Moving on down here. Here's Oracle. Oracle has been on a tear, man. Look at this pop here. Again, they got good news. Their TikTok situation is staying in place. One of their largest customers, right? So it's big business for them that TikTok stays in business. So yesterday, amazing day, 165 to 172. Today they're gapping up 9.6. Tons of volume. Oracle usually is quiet, minds his business, doesn't do a lot of movement around. But ever since all this TikTok situation is happening, it's been giving it a little bit of a life beat here. But Peter, do we have anything else with TikTok this morning as well, or is it just I'm sorry with TikTok with Oracle, or is it just all the ByteDance stuff?
Well, this is the Stargate project that I just mentioned. So, Larry Ellison, who's the co-founder of Oracle, the SoftBank founder and CEO Masayoshi Son, and then the OpenAI co-founder Sam Altman. So those are familiar names there. Were all sort of up on stage when the current government was announcing this AI initiative. So yeah, it's we'll see where this goes. I mean, it feels to me like there's been lots of promises of hundreds of billions of dollars of investment that's going to be made, but it feels like we keep making these announcements over and over again. So there's not as many hundreds of billions, in my opinion, being invested in there as it might seem, because it feels like they keep investing them they keep announcing them in different forums, and I think we're double and triple counting all this money. But whatever. Look, there's money going into it one way or the other. What I care about is, are the stocks going to move as a result? So who cares? I mean, let's go, baby. Right? I mean, if it makes these stocks move, then I'm all for it. Oracle is a tough trader. I'll just say that. Like I have looked at it many times in the past. I've had it on my list many times. It is a NYSE stock, which is a little odd for a pseudo tech stock, I guess. But I mean, look at those daily candles normally, right? They're very small, tiny range. That being said, yesterday was not a bad day. Excuse me, around midday yesterday, when this announcement came out, if you look at the chart, is when it jumped up and started to move. But before that, it was very, very flat. So, will today be another day of movement? It's tough to tell. You might want to keep it on your list. I think, Carlos, I don't know. I mean, to me, secondary at best, and then we'll see if there's better stuff. I'll keep pushing it down the list.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. It's going to be on my secondary as well. Again, they don't trail that well at times, but it's their time right now, man. It's their time to shine and make it happen. They're looking really good here as far as the daily, even the pre-market. So we'll be on the secondary at least. All right, heading down, we do have F Cell. What is F Cell? Fuel Cell, I think. Yeah, Fuel Cell Energy. Again, more energy companies. A lot of them, of course, in play. As you see this one on here, with up 7.3, 426,000. We've seen this ticker plenty of times before. I never liked the way this thing trades, right? I never had a good opportunity on it. It's just the price action is very weird. So for me, it's a no, 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 no. But again, energy stocks are active this morning. Peter, I don't think this is your cup of tea either, but what's your thoughts?
No, Not generally. They do have good news this morning. They announced the fact that they received a contract to build a 7.4 megawatt fuel cell power plant in Hartford, Connecticut. So that's John's area of the world, but my daughter went to university in Hartford. But anyway, so Hartford is getting a new power plant, and F-Cell is going to be building it. So that's good news for them. Look, this one, you really have to see consistent volume in it for it to be valuable. Otherwise, the spread starts to get a little wonky. I noticed it's already on SSR this morning. Yeah, it's maybe keep an eye on it, but the fact that there's only 400,000 shares traded so far this morning tells me it's probably not going to be in play enough to make it a great target for day trading, in my humble
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, same. And again, I'm just holding out for the better stuff because I know that they're out there. All right, last one of the top five. Then we'll hop around a little because I want to get to some other stuff that we have here. That's going to be fun to have on deck. CRNC. We saw this definitely about 3 weeks ago when you had this huge gap up and move up. Today they're looking to make some noise. They're up 6% of 464,000 shares traded. Lower, a little bit lower flow. It's hanging out at 39.66. Again, so not something I like. I don't really like the pre-market that much right now. It can move, right? This thing has gone from, as you can see here, 12 all the way to 20. So you do have the possibility of that happen, but you need volume. Look at this here. You need a lot of volume. Again, we only got almost 500 shares traded now. I don't think that's significant to have it on my list just yet. So I'm gonna skip this one, Peter. Any news? Any particular catalyst?
They did announce at the market close yesterday a partnership with a company called JLR to develop AI-powered in-car experiences. And they got an upgrade this morning. So yeah, a couple little things. Like you said, probably not enough to make me that interested in it. I'll stick with the stuff that gets the big volume, right? If you want to trade AI, I'm gonna have to say AI slash quantum now because they sort of seem to be moving together a little bit. Anyways, yeah, I'd probably stick to our QBETs, or QBTS and QBT, and Rigetti, of course. They just get so much volume. Why
Yeah.
look at anything else?
Yeah, that's the key, man. That volume makes them easy to trade, easy to get that continuation. Just better stocks to have on deck. All right, let's stop here, Peter. There's a ton on there, but I'm going to go to you first. I know there's some stuff we want to cover. What do you like this morning out of the gappers list and any earnings? Obviously, we noticed a few that are gapping up today.
Yeah, well, let's talk earnings from last night. Let's start with United Airlines, UAL. UAL had earnings after the close. Good quarter for them. They beat their numbers. A little bit of a surprise beat there, too. People weren't expecting a lot out of the airlines in this quarter, and United is the first out of the gate, pun intended, with their earnings, and they again gave a surprise beat and increased their guidance for the year. So that's looking up, and maybe good news for the rest of the airlines, whose earnings are coming a little bit later. They're trading with fairly low volume this morning, but are gapping up almost 5%. So might be worth keeping them on the radar. The big one, of course, that we need to talk about is Netflix. Netflix, I don't know why it was not on our gappers list here, but I mean, they're sitting up almost 15% this morning, just under the $1,000 mark. They did actually peak over $1,000, having hit $1,006 early this morning. Really just on a couple of spikes that happened, one at 6 a.m. and one at 8 a.m. But yeah, this is exciting at this price. Now, it's a higher price stock, might make it a little tougher for some people to trade, but I still like it. I like where it sits. There are rumors that they might be looking at a stock split, but anyways, that's not confirmed and nothing that's going to affect us today. What is going to affect us is the fact that really a surprise beat for Netflix. Good quarterly numbers, right? They barely beat on revenue. Surprise earnings, I think, delivered 47 cents versus the expected 40 or so on those earnings. Really, with a big surprise was on their subscribers, where they had, they delivered $4.27 versus $4.20 on the earnings side. So sorry about that. But anyways, on the subscribers, they increased their subscriber base by 18.91 million net subscribers, which is a 44% increase over the same period last year. So people were not expecting that significant jump in the subscribers. Plus, they did a lot of investor popular announcements. They mentioned that they're going to be increasing their prices by about $1 across all their subscription price ranges. They announced that they are making a $15 billion stock buyback, which means that they're reducing the inventory, which increases the value, of course, and the fact that they are signaling that they believe that their stock is at least fairly valued, if not undervalued, even at this all-time high. And they said that they're going to add extra money in R&D and in investments into the business. So like there's just a lot. Carlos, I mean, it's pretty much all good news. I mean, ad revenue
All
was
around.
up.
Yeah.
I mean, Netflix, I am surprised. I honestly thought Netflix was sort of priced at the high end of the market coming into earnings. And I honestly thought that they probably couldn't surprise the market. I was totally wrong, like totally wrong. And I got to admit it to everybody. Like I did not, in my wildest expectations, think that we'd be looking at $1,000 price here for Netflix. So if you guys are in on that, then great. I just, it'll be interesting to see what happens when the market's open, because now we're even at a higher price. And again, don't forget, like we've got a lot of money that's yet to speak here. So will Netflix sustain this price? I mean, there's a lot of room to drop. I mean, it's up, like I said, 15%. Keep in mind, because of the price of the stock, that means compared to the close yesterday, the stock is currently up almost over $128. $128. That's a lot of room to move. I know, Kurt Jared, that's true. I'm always surprised when things move up. I'm just a perpetual bear. But I look at that and say, geez, like, you could get a modest $40 to $50 pullback and this thing is still looking golden, right? So I'm definitely going to be watching this. If nothing else, I want to see what happens as the opening bell rings. So we'll see. This we could be at $1,100, by 10 a.m. Who knows?
Yeah.
But you got to put it on the list. I think.
Oh, it's gonna be on my list, no question. Again, I think it's gonna, it's gonna have some movement, but it might be tough to trade actually. The volatility, we'll have to see where this goes here, man. This is a big move for them, and they're definitely in play. Is it sensible to buy Netflix after the openings? Access Bridget over on YouTube. Who knows? We'll have to see. I mean, I think there's gonna be some profit taken here. Obviously, this is a big move. If you're sitting here anywhere at 750 and you're holding on and you're up now $300, you might take some profits. So we'll see. Well, like Peter said, when the big money comes in and starts talking and pushing things around, we'll see where Netflix wants to go. But it'll be on our list, and we'll see where it goes from there. All right.
Yeah.
Anything
I
else,
have one
Peter,
last one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Earnings from this morning, then just changing the focus there. I'll just mention two off the top. One is up and one is down. So Procter and Gamble and Johnson and Johnson, both sort of same industry. Sort of bellwether stocks, right? If you're looking at your sort of consumer goods, commodity stuff, Procter and Gamble is up this morning. Johnson and Johnson is down. A little bit of mixed picture. Procter and Gamble beat on both top and bottom line. Had a good quarter. I mean, look, these companies are fairly stable, right? Not a huge amount of surprises. I was learning a lot about international politics though this morning, because I was looking at Procter and Gamble's results, and or was it Johnson and Johnson? Now I got to remember which one it was that I was looking at. But because they were talking about different products in their different segments, and it was fascinating to me that like they're big growth in the U.S. Procter and Gamble actually big growth in the U.S. market, but apparently one of the big drivers of growth and revenue for them has been the Chinese market, where they sell a lot of shampoo and cosmetic products, and apparently their Pantene shampoo brand has had huge growth in China, which has been good for them, but they've actually seen some anti-Japanese pushback because they have a luxury skincare brand called something SK2, which apparently has had a lot of pushback in China because the Chinese government for decades now has been pushing an anti-Japanese message and agenda about all the atrocities that that, from their opinion, occurred upon Chinese people by the Japanese in the Second World War, and I've had no idea that was still a thing, but apparently, yeah, apparently it's massive. So hard to market Japanese products in China, and Procter Gamble was seeing a downside for that. So said learning about international politics and relations this morning as I was looking at the results for Procter and Gamble. So look, both Procter and Gamble and Johnson, a little bit of hard traders, just from a day trading point of view, because they both trade on the New York Stock Exchange. They both get slower volumes. They can actually give decent moves on earnings. It's the only time I ever look at them, but you've got to be very cautious with them. So if it's the type of stock you like, then now you know. If not, you know what? You can stick to quantum and look for the big moves in something like Netflix. So there you go.
Yep.
You've been
Yep.
informed.
Absolutely. I'm looking at the Johnson & Johnson pre-market action, man. This looks very active. It's down 2.5. Again, I know they don't trade well, but I really like this pre-market activity. I'm going to slam them on my secondary list just to take a peek later, see if there's anything there that we can take advantage of. Again, if there is ever going to be a day where they trade well, it'll be on earnings or where they got some kind of major news, right? But for the most part, they're not an easy stock to trade. Today could be their day. And again, and also when we say not an easy stock to trade, guys, keep in mind, me and Peter are looking at it from a point of the way we trade, right? Like
Right.
Peter's looking at his strategies, mountain pass, and the 10 to 1, all these strategies that he does. That's what he's looking at. I'm looking at my 5-minute ORB, VWAP breakouts, and sometimes a little bit of reversals that I do. This is not a good candidate for that, especially the 5-minute ORB. So think about that. Think about your strategy. It could be a great one for you. All right, what that's on the gap up list that we didn't cover, Peter, on here is Nvidia. So if you look at Nvidia's here as well. And again, it's one that we like a lot, and there's tons. We just can't get to all of them. But if I look at Nvidia, man, these guys, they're doing well. They're back up here. They're up 3.4. I love the volume on this one. Someone mentioned this in on the YouTube chat, and I think also here in our members tab. So I'm gonna add Nvidia. I think Nvidia is worth adding to the list. It'll be right here next to Netflix, and we'll see where it goes. I mean, Peter,
Yeah,
people are
it's
saying that these stock tech companies are not gonna have an amazing year. But the start of this year, man, there's just a lot of tech policies and news is coming out, all tech pro. So I don't know, man. I know the specialists are saying, hey, we're not getting another 20% year, but everything is up. Like,
Yeah, Nvidia's in an interesting position because they've slid themselves, so not quietly, but it's surprising to me they've slid themselves into that foremost position in the market. Like you almost don't need to even mention it. As soon as you start talking about AI or quantum or any of that, like Nvidia's name, it's just assumed that they're there, right? Because they are so dominant in the market, not only in the stock market, but just I think sort of in their product design and sort of in the industry. So Nvidia, and we've seen other companies that have been in this position. If I go way back in my way back machine, it used to be IBM that was like the talk, and then it was Microsoft, right? And then at a certain point in time, it was Apple, right? And like, so there's been different companies that you would say, if there was one tech leader that just can't fail, what is it? And I would this is just my opinion, but it feels like Nvidia's in that relative role. So so you're right, Carlos. I mean, anything can happen, right? Like, I mean, they're just always part of the conversation. They're in that position. It's also tough being at the top, right? Because there's nowhere to go but down, right? Like, everybody's coming after you, and
yeah,
it's tough maintaining that top role. So look, they're not going anywhere anytime soon, and like you said, what I care about, I don't really care if it goes up or down. If you look at the daily chart, Nvidia hasn't actually done much in the last couple of months. Really, they've been chopping in a zone since October. Really, it's a big zone, though, right? I mean, we're
right,
talking
right.
130 to 150 dollars, but every single day there's good trading opportunities, from my point of view, again, against my strategies. So yeah, it almost goes without saying, sort of like I used to watch AMD, and I still do watch it, and I still get good trades on it, but now Nvidia is just always on my list. I'm always keeping an eye on it, just because it gets the type of price action and movement that I can count on every single day.
Yep, agree. Nvidia's a fun one too. We got to watch for this one, man. Eventually, they'll figure it out and get back up here, and hopefully move high, because they've been down quite a bit over over the periods here. And Nvidia just kind of, they can, like you mentioned, they just keep hanging out here right below their all-time highs. They keep punching through it once in a while. It's just a lot of fun to have. So we'll be on my list. Heading, friends, to our gap down list over at tradingterminal.com. The first one on here is going to be Lunar. A lot of space talk, too. We see a lot of spatial satellite contract and a lot of stuff happening there. But let's take a look at Lunar this morning. These guys are down 4.1, 652,000 shares traded. And I have not noticed their daily. They pushed out quite a bit here. They were hanging out at 11, now at 22. Had a big day yesterday. So, Peter, some stuff happening for them looks to be on the positive side.
Well, I mean, look, we know Elon has cozied up to President Trump, and that has caused a lot of talk. And look, Elon's been very vocal and very active, right, in promoting the fact that he wants to land humans on the moon. He wants to make humans a multi-planetary species, in his words, and has been driving towards that for a long period of time. So now that he's got the ear of President Trump, Trump is now saying the same thing, that there's a vision to have humans on the moon, and of course Americans. Sorry, I keep saying on the moon, on Mars. On Mars. That's what I mean. Mars, the red planet. Anyway, so Trump is now sort of echoing that sentiment. So, which means any stock that's in the space is going to get a little more attention. Now, Lunar has, they're one of the few that are actually have, active space-going vehicles. That being said, they're on the down list today. So while they're sort of in the conversation, they don't seem to be benefiting on the top side, but they're certainly getting a little more volume than they normally do at this time of day. So I think we can watch them again for trading volume. They had a great day yesterday, so I'm not surprised to see it down a little bit today. Like, they're going to need continued sort of conversation. Like, there's no suggestion that Lunar specifically is going to benefit from this. But yesterday, Andrew was watching Rocket Labs in the morning because of that same news. And Rocket Lab, RKLB is the ticker on Rocket Lab. For anybody that didn't watch it yesterday morning, it was, it had a lot of movement. It really moved up heavily at the open and then sort of flattened out and was pretty boring for the rest of the day. But, again, they're in the conversation. So these space related stocks, and by the way, there's not a lot of them that you can trade, right? Like, you can't trade Elon's SpaceX. It's not available for trading. So I think people are turning to a lot of these other things, saying, where's the benefit going to be? Redwire is another one. RDW is the ticker on that. I notice it's not on our list, but it's another one that's part of that conversation. So yeah, there's a few of them out there that you can take a look at if you're interested in this sector.
Yeah, definitely a lot you could look at there. Looking at this one here this morning, again, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this one on my list. I'm not sure. Not sure if I'm going to have it. So, again, I'm probably going to keep it off for now. I can always wait for it to hit the scanners. Now, Rocket Lab, I do want to have, right? We just kind of talked about this a little bit. This is on the gap down list. So I think it's worth looking at it. We do have shares for sure with Interactive Brokers. So I will add it here on a secondary, right? For a secondary play after such a big day yesterday. 1.2 million shares traded right now, and we are down 3.3 at the moment. But again, big day for them yesterday. All right, last two on the gap down, DJT. We are down here 2%. Again, I always find the stock difficult to trade, even when they get volume. So I usually just kind of stay away from it. There's other better stuff to look at. But this morning down 3%, Peter. Any news on it?
Not really. I mean, look, I think, like we mentioned yesterday, it's still a sell the news, right? Buy the rumor, sell the news. DJT had a little movement going into the inauguration, and of course, you know what happens, right? The people are saying, all right, so what they have big expectations, and DJT is not, there was no announcements out of the company. They weren't specifically mentioned as a sector. I think that it's just now falling. People are like, okay, the fun's over. I guess we're into a steady state run, and that means probably a little bit of a contraction back down to the bottom end of the trading range that it was in. I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing back down around $25 in the next couple of weeks, but we'll see. I mean, anything can happen, right? Like, look what happened with cryptocurrency and these weird gambling tokens and all the crazy crypto coins that came out around the inauguration. So, there could be could be anything. But DJT, like you said, Carlos, from a trading perspective, it can be challenging. If you like it, then you keep it on your list. For me, I do keep it on a secondary list because every once in a while there'll be a day where it just does crazy stuff, and you want to be aware of that. But for the most part, it's not something I actively watch every single day.
Yep. I'm with you, my friend. All right, and the last one on here is ABT. So the one I see, ABT, for the most part, we are down here 2.5, 615,000. Again, very light volume, doesn't trade very well. Look at the daily here. Can get some good moves. You can get $2, $3 easily on this thing. But again, the volume on Habitat Laboratories is usually not great. And again, I won't have it on my list. Peter, did they get earnings? I think I saw them on the
Yeah.
calendar. They did? Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, they did have earnings. They missed their numbers in the quarter, so they and it's never good when you both miss your numbers in the quarter and then call off your forecast. So basically, that's the reason why they're gapping down. A couple of their flagship products didn't deliver the revenue that was expected, and as a result, their sales were down, about 4.5% or so.
Yep. Okay. There you go. All right, friends, let's go to you. Before we do that, Peter, anything you like on the gap down this morning?
Well, we mentioned, I guess, the few of them that I was watching. Johnson & Johnson is on the list. I was going to mention the space sector if it didn't come up. So Lunar or Rocket Labs. Rocket Lab, again, probably gets the most volume, so it sort of looks the most interesting. But we'll have to see if that continues through today. It's already up at about 1.3 million shares, so not too bad there. I noticed that there was some disparity in the in the semiconductor sector. We were talking about Nvidia and its preeminence. That there's no question on that. But I noticed that Micron was down MU, and a little bit earlier, I think Intel was down as well. It's up by 0.3% right now, but earlier this morning it was. I thought it was down, or maybe it was last night when I was looking at it. So yeah, I think the semiconductor sector, it just seems to be a little bit in flux. I know a couple people in the room were mentioning SMCI this morning. It's actually gapping up. I haven't really looked or talked about that in a while. It's been pretty boring. Again, you look at the daily, you can sort of see how flat it's been over the last little while. But I haven't actually heard. SMCI. I assume that they've produced their financial numbers that everybody was looking for. They seem to have gone quiet on that, but anyways, not something I've been actively looking at. What else? Apple, Carlos, maybe another one that we've been mentioning that just there just seems to be subtle bad news for Apple, and they're not
struggles.
Their struggles, right? It's
everybody's
sort of speculating on their sales. We know that their top position in China has been eroded, so they're now number 2 in handheld device sales in China. But that being said, they're not giving any positive announcements to counteract that. So the fact that they're quiet makes me a little nervous for Apple. So we'll see what happens. I mean, on the daily chart, they've certainly come down from the highs back in December before Christmas, right? We were thinking that maybe they were going to, break some new highs. And they really just started selling off and continued to very quietly, very slowly sell off day after day after day. So here we are down back at 220. So I'm keeping an eye on them. The trading opportunities are very few and far between, though. I'm finding it more difficult to trade Apple recently. So haven't loved it, but I can't help but watch it. The only other sector that I had an eye on for a gap down, Carlos, was just the Chinese sector in general. I was talking about China earlier related to Procter & Gamble, but just in general, I noticed that the sector's down. I haven't seen any big news out of China one way or the other, but Baba, Billy, Baidu, PDD, all of those companies that I watch are all in the red this morning. So seems to be, I don't know, a directional move. Can't really tell you why.
My favorite one I'm looking at, which is Baba. It's slightly down, but again, the volume not too much on here. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on them if they hit the scanners. But right now, not looking too active at the moment. All right, friends, let's go over to you guys over on our chat. See what you guys like this morning. SMCI, we did talk about, again, has some potential here. Volume 1.7. So Peter kind of mentioned that a little bit there. we'll have to wait and see. You know, they're sitting here in a nice spot. You know, they've been higher up to 46, up to 38 from where they are now. It could be a great move. Pre-market is getting very active, especially after 8 a.m. this morning. It could be a good one. Again, we traded this many times in the past when we were in this area here. This is kind of what Peter was talking about. Right? We had a lot of fun right in here. Since then, it hasn't been a great trading stock, right? You can see that there. So can they break out of that today? What's the day? What's going to possibly cost that? Who knows? You know, I got a little space in my secondary list. We can throw it there. But let's see. Let's see. Right now, again, looking good. Let's see if it's going to actually amount to something after the market open. Taking a look at our chat. Will, you're mentioning Tesla. Let's take a look. Tesla here this morning. We are, I keep hitting this. Hold on a second. Here we go. Tesla today. Yeah, we are. We're down 1.7, 1.9 million shares traded. Again, I always like watching Tesla. I like my main list a little bit better today. I think it'll be easier to trade. There'll be more opportunities there. This morning, pre-market activity looks great. There's always something going on with Tesla, some kind of sue or something happening. Obviously, all this energy talk, it's not ideal for Tesla, but you're not getting a big drop though, right? Like all this energy stuff that is not in their favor, not really causing a lot of wakes here. So. Probably because Elon's right next to the president, he could probably turn things around a little bit if he needs to. If he needs to, like, hey, buddy, you know what? This is kind of messing me up here. Can you just, don't pass that one, push that down to the
It'll
next
be
quarter?
interesting. It'll be really interesting to see where all this goes because, it makes me think of, remember there used to be a big conversation about the separation of church and state, right? It's sort of an expression now, where, you would sort of, you wouldn't let religion directly influence politics, but we understood there was always an influence that happened there. I feel like the U.S. religion is certainly the billionaires, right? The big money, and it was always like a pretend secret that we kept the money separate from the politics, even though we all understood that there was huge influence happening there, right? Money talks. That's why you hire all of the what the hell are they called? I want to call them consulting. What are
Lobbyists.
the
The
guys that go on
lobbyists?
the lobbyists? That's right.
Yep.
So basically, you'd funnel your money through a lobbyist because you wouldn't want to put your CEO with the politician because that would be seen as sort of too self-serving. Look, Trump is like clear. He's like, I don't care, man. Like he's got them all up on stage with them and they're happy to go. So like we've sort of broken that church and state barrier, and I don't know what it means. It'll be interesting to see what happens. But to your point, Carlos, we could see a much quicker and more direct influence with policies that benefit or affect certain companies and certain industries. We'll see, right? I mean, it's an area of change. Like I've been saying, right? Whatever happens, I think there's going to be great trading coming up. So,
Yeah.
I don't know how my long-term portfolio is going to do from a retirement point of view, but from a trading perspective, I'm pretty excited because I just think there's going to be great trading opportunities. We just have to be poised and ready for them, right? Be smart, be thoughtful about it, make sure you manage your risk, but the trading is going to be out there.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's take a look at some of our YouTube chat. And as we look at our YouTube chat, happy birthday to Melanie. Melanie, long time viewer. Actually, Melanie's been watching the show since we started. So she's been on YouTube with us since we started the show. So happy birthday, Melanie. Hope you had a great day today. Hope you enjoy yourself. So let's take a look here at some tickers from Pig Wrestler, our good buddy as well. SOLO. So SOLO. Oh, no, I'm sorry. OKLO. That's more like it. Solo is the cup that we used to drink at the college party. So let's look at this one. OKLO. This is different. This one here up 3.5, 1.3 million shares traded right now. You got some activity on it. Had a great day yesterday. So what's moving this thing? Had a nice pop from 27 to 30. So getting to their recent highs. We traded this stock before. It's a hit or miss for me. I like where they're at here, breaking out of recent highs. I'm not sure if this is all-time highs. It looks to be. And they looks interesting. Pig Wrestler, a possible. I'm going to put as a possible. Want to see what happens. I'm not convinced yet that is a great one for the way I trade, but a good possible. I think you got volume. You got a possible breakout here happening. Let's see where it goes. I do like the volume in the pre-market right now. It could amount to something here.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Kathy, OKLO, it hasn't been in the news for a while. Remember when we had the talk about the need for power for the AI data centers, and that they were ramping up nuclear power to try and support a lot of that electricity? And OKLO was part of that conversation, and saw a surge as a result of that. The only news I see on it today is Kathy Wood and her investment, the ARC investment portfolio, sold their stake in OKLO, I so I don't know. Maybe this is an anti-Kathy sentiment. We have to keep in mind, by the way, the OKLO is also backed by Sam Altman, who we talked about earlier, right? Who is the head of OpenAI, who was on
Hmm.
stage as Trump was announcing that Stargate initiative and the $500 billion investment. So, right, it doesn't take too many. This is people maybe making a linkage there to say, okay, well, if we're going to invest hundreds of billions of dollars in AI, you're going to need the power for that. And being that Sam has a joint stake in both the power company OKLO and the AI platform, where are you going to go to get it? So yeah, it could be that sort of knock-on effect maybe happening here this morning.
Yeah, similar to a lot of other tickers here when it comes to tech, quantum, and everything else. I'll add on my secondary list. They crushed it yesterday. I do agree. Let's see what happens today. All right, friends, we got to stop here. There's so much that we can go over. I got a great list already. I'm going to add some more to my main list as we move forward here. But let's get to our community events and announcements, guys. You can always get to bearboottraders.com, click on webinars, and you'll be able to see what's happening in our community for the next 2 weeks.
Indeed, and it's a Wednesday. Hopefully you all know what that means. It's Wisdom Wednesday. That means we're going to be talking about psychology and focusing on improving our minds. Tonight, we've got Dr. Charlene, who's going to be with us, talking about how you can master fear in trading. We're going to talk about how you can leverage some tools, put a practical mindset in place. I mean, really trading, we all tend to think it's technical when we get started. I think we all quickly then realize it's all about mastering ourselves and making sure that you just do what you said you're going to do. Why is that so difficult? Right? Well, sometimes it's fear. Sometimes it's training. Sometimes it's discipline. Usually, it's a combination of all of those. Dr. Charlene's going to talk about that and how we can help master that tonight for all of our elite members. It's happening at 8:00 in the webinar room, and hopefully you'll join us for that. Next week, we have Randy Howell, who's back with us, talking about how you can stress-proof your mind. So all of that I just talked about creates stress, doesn't it, within us? How do you manage that stress? I mean, this is not a low-stress job if you're really focusing on it, but hopefully you can manage that effectively, and Randy will help you with that next week, January the 29th, once again at 8 p.m. Don't forget, on Wednesdays, we also have a technical session talking about Bookmap. It's a tool that many people use, and if you want to understand how you can leverage it in your trading, Nathan's going to help you with that. That's at noon on today in the webinar room. Again, it's for our elite members, so if you want to talk Bookmap, join Nathan. Whether you're Bookmap curious or you're an expert, it'd be good to join to either help others or get the information you need to make decisions about how to use it. It's a great tool for visualizing volume, and Nathan will talk about it in depth. So again, that's at noon with our psychology webinar happening tonight at 8 p.m. As Carlos mentioned earlier, tradingterminal.com is where we go to get our data in the market. So hopefully you will check it out. Go there for all of your trading needs, news, calendar of events. Now that we're back into earnings season, you want to know what the earnings calendar looks like. TradingTerminal.com has got that information, and you can find it out there. If you want to join us here at Bear Bull Traders and talk trading for every hour the market's open, and sometimes quite late. Last night we were on well past our targeted time through almost the 6 p.m. hour, but just there was so much to talk about in the markets. You can join us here at bearbulltraders.com. Check it out. We've got a number of membership options, and in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which happened on Monday, we got a 50% off deal. Use the MLK Day code to get that discount. You can see 50% off our Elite Annual and Diamond memberships. You can check out the difference on our website and get the details. If you have questions, our team is always available to help, so don't be afraid to email anybody, and they will give you the information you need to help make a decision. All right, so with that, Carlos, let's set a couple of levels. We're running a few minutes late again today. I think I'm just so excited. I keep talking a lot. So we'll get ready for the market open. I'll let you know what, once we do levels, let you know what our moderators are watching, and we'll hand it over to our live traders. It'll take you through the noon hour.
Yep, absolutely, Peter. It's not you, man. There's so much stuff to talk about, so much stuff to watch. It's an exciting time, man. It really is when it comes to us day traders. So let's take advantage of it. All right, let's start here. I got three on my main list. I'm gonna add more. I just haven't decided which ones. But right now, QBTS, Netflix, and Nvidia, I really like this morning, and looking forward to see how they're going to trade. Let's start with QBTS on deck here. As man, this thing keeps rocking as high as 735 right now. So people that were stuck in this island, it's okay. The boat is coming back for you here. So let's hope that continues. So hold tight there, diamond hands, because I know some people email me saying, "Hey man, I bought here. Is quantum the future?" Like, I have no idea. If I tell you sell, it's gonna come back. If I tell you hold, it's probably gonna stay at $3. I'm gonna be wrong either way. It's not worth the risk. So again, just make sure when you put your plan in place that you're following it. 840 is a level here that you want to have on the daily. Above that is going to be 960, and then right up here 1058. Again, this thing can move. We've seen it break out pretty aggressive in the past. You could see that right over here on the daily. So let's see where it goes, man. It's looking pretty nice right there. So towards the bottom, highs and lows for the last two trading days. You do not need to add anything else. Let's look at the big earning in the room here, Netflix. So Netflix right now, high of the pre-market, we have hit 1006 right to the penny there. So again, big range this morning. The bottom of the low of the pre-market down at 991.22, right? So once you do that, obviously your all-time highs here. There's nothing up here. There's no levels on the daily. The next closest thing is around 942 from a couple of weeks ago. So in December. So again, not much you could do here as far as levels. We'll look at the price section. I think it'll be fun to trade. It might be not as easy as we would like, but I think Netflix will definitely be in play here. All right, let's take a look at Nvidia. Nvidia also some good volume, hitting 10 million now. So as we get 9 minutes to the market open, so very active again as these tech stocks continue to just explode here. High of the pre-market 146.01, low of the pre-market 143.44. And if you look at this daily here, towards the bottom, highs and lows for the last two trading days. Towards the top, you got a very good area here that you want to mark down. It's going to be this level around 149.34. So you see that there, a lot of resistance happening here when we did a new all-time high. Then we did a brand new all-time high again just about 2 weeks ago. That was 153.09. So again, plenty of levels on Nvidia, looking really nice and active this morning. Which I'm just gonna do these three. I got a bunch of secondary stuff. Oracle, look at Oracle, man. Oracle is wow, that's nice. It's pushing higher. So Oracle might be a good one today, and then a bunch of other ones. SMCI, AKOO, just a ton that's got some good opportunities hopefully for us later today. All right, Peter, let's take the team through what they're watching today.
Absolutely, guys. If you look in the alert section of our chat room, we've got all our moderators putting in their list telling you what they're trading today. Sean has got a detailed market analysis, so check that out. By the way, he's using the advanced function, so check on where it's got a little check mark or the question mark, and you can see the detailed analysis he's got posted up there for you. Jared is going to be watching Netflix, Johnson & Johnson, and United Airlines. He's also watching the quantum stonks. They are stonks, aren't they? But he's going to be watching that sector in general and pick the one that he likes best. He's also putting USEG on his list. Surprised by that one, but hopefully it moves for him. Lenny's going to be watching Nvidia, Netflix, UAL, Johnson & Johnson, and Apple. Pierre's going to be watching AMD, Nvidia, Tesla, and PLTR. Megan is watching Google, Amazon, and Tesla. Avi, the usual list, Magnificent Seven. Phil is going to be watching Nvidia, Oracle, Rivian. We didn't talk about that today. Tesla, Apple, and Netflix. Brendan's got SMCI, Nvidia, Tesla, and RGTI on his list. Brian is going to be watching Tesla, Netflix, Nvidia, Amazon, and AMD. Myself, I'm sticking to Nvidia, Tesla, and Netflix as my top three. I have bumped AMD to my secondary list, and I'll also be watching UAL, Oracle, and Johnson & Johnson. Thor's looking at Tesla, Amazon, and of course the markets overall. And Andrew is watching Nvidia, Tesla, Netflix, and Microsoft. He's also added Oracle onto that list, as well as has Brian. So there you go. Our live traders are going to be taking you through the market open. That's Brian and Andrew, of course, who share their trades with you, tell you what they're thinking, give you that like just in time, that real-time market analysis. So stay tuned. They'll be on here in just a second. And like I said, don't forget, guys, we've got a live program that takes you right through the noon hour. So stick with us if you're on YouTube. If you want to be able to be with us all day. And by the way, actually see Andrew's trades live, because on YouTube he talks it through. But if you want to see his screen as he's live taking these trades, then you've got to join the chat room. That's where you can get that information. So hopefully you'll consider it. We got great discounts now on the membership options. So hopefully we'll see you there. But if not, we love having you on YouTube. Give us the old thumbs up and the like if you like what you're seeing. We appreciate that. And yeah, let's get a move on. We got things to do, man. It's got an exciting day.
Our trade is going to be logging
wish
out
me
here
luck.
shortly, and we're going to be transitioning over. And yes, good luck to you and your court date, my friend.
Look, man, these tickets will not stand. Damn it! I will fight the man. I'm taking these tickets, and I'm fighting. I'm very excited about my fight. Anyways, I think I've been watching too much. I keep there's a judge who I can't remember. He's a guy. He's an older judge. He seems very practical. Where he's got all these YouTube clips where he's like seems just practical. He says, "Tell me your story," and the guy tells his stories. You know what? Yeah, forget it. We're going to cancel your ticket. I'm hoping I get that guy, but I'm willing to bet I'm probably going to get the guy that's like, or gal, the judge who is just like in bureaucratic hell, and they're thinking, how did my life end me in traffic court here, right? I thought I was destined for big things, and that's probably the judge I'm going to get. He's not going to give me the time of day, but yeah, if I'm not here tomorrow morning, it's because I'm in jail and I did something wrong. But I don't think that's going to be the case.
Good luck to you, man. Hopefully not.
I am not paying the tickets. I'm not paying the ticket. I am completely in the right. This is not me just saying I don't want to pay and I'm fighting. This is literally they admitted that they incorrectly issued the tickets. And I'm not falling for the bureaucracy. I'm fighting all the way. Anyway,
we are with you in spirit, Peter. No question.
I appreciate that. Anyway, all right, let's trade though. We got trading to do.
Brian and Andrew to hop in on VMix, and we'll switch over to them. I think we blocked Pig Wrestler in the chat by mistake. So Pig Wrestler, I'm not sure who blocked him. He's a good member of ours. We got to unblock him. He was playing around. He made a joke with Melanie's happy birthday, asking her for her social security number, and I think the mods blocked him. So let's unblock our good buddy. Big Wrestler, if you're listening, hold tight. We'll unblock you. All right. I see Brian. Yeah, I just saw it in chat. He got blocked, poor guy. All right. I see Brian. You're on. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
How are you, my friend?
Good morning. I'm well. Peter's taking it to the man. Just
taking it to the man.
Less than I would expect. Yeah.
My brother-in-law. My brother-in-law offered to show up for me. He said he was going to be my Jackie Chiles. So if anybody knows Seinfeld, I would love to have a Jackie Chiles lawyer get up there and advocate for me. So anyways, we'll see what happens. All right. Good trading, guys. Trade smart today.
Take care, guys. We'll leave you with Andrew and Brian. Have a great one.
Good morning, everybody. So Procter & Gamble had good earnings this morning. What else? UAL, good earnings.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Peter.
Sorry, good morning again Brian. Today. Good morning.
All right. So here's the wheel. So Netflix earning, we had an amazing earning yesterday. So as everybody knows that, we're going to look at it for opening range breakout. Be careful. Netflix can be very tricky as well. So in the past, a little bit difficult to trade. Well, we just learned that Peter is a millionaire, but he's actually don't want to pay his parking ticket. That's also interesting. Apple is setting off again. Damn.
Yeah, I think that
like
earnings report's coming up at the end of the month. Nvidia's selling a little bit here.
Nvidia is super strong.
Just took a big drop.
Market's very close to all-time high at 609. All right, so
EMD's taken a bit of a drop there. Qs and SPY have been pretty flat this morning. There hasn't been a lot of price action. Just up again. Nvidia really hasn't moved very much. The entire pre-market, it's just kind of hanging around this $1,000 level. Microsoft is kind of breaking out here today.
Yeah,
It's been in
Microsoft
a
is
bit of
hitting
a
the
range.
scanner as well. Yeah, Microsoft is hitting the
Yeah,
scanner as well.
it's been in a bit of a range here, but it is breaking out. So here we go. Ding, ding, ding. See what the market gives us. Wow, AMD is dropping hard.
Ding, 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 ding. Let's see what Apple doing. Apple is crazy. Tesla is popping up. Netflix, I'm gonna give it a little bit of time until it settle down. Tesla, Tesla,
Um, yeah, I'm short
Tesla.
Apple, kind of chasing it, but and 122.20.
Apple is
Or
squeezing
not
right
Apple,
now.
sorry. I'm short AMD. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering, what are you chasing? It's going up.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
no. Yeah, sorry about that. See what it does here. It's going to bounce
nothing.
back now.
Apple. I am already long Apple through AAPU, but that's more like a swing trade. I want to hold it a little bit. Tesla is trying to break out 420. There you go. It did.
I just
Very nice.
added. Oh, there goes Tesla. I added to
NVIDIA,
my
NVIDIA long, guys. I'm gonna go NVIDIA 144.87, NVIDIA one. I'm gonna go long NVIDIA 144.87, 155. It's a bullish engulfing on 1 minute. All right, I'm long NVIDIA, guys.
out of my AMD trade.
Adding a little bit more NVIDIA. Let's see if we
Wow,
can actually break the high of the day.
Netflix dropped pretty hard here. Yeah, Qs are breaking out.
I'm long NVIDIA, guys. I added more 145.30. Let's see if we can break in. I'm heavy NVIDIA, guys. Let's see to 146, partialing out now a little bit. That's a 1 minute engulfing crack. It's a very, very bullish pattern. Here we go. There you go. Huge ask at 147. Sorry, 146. Huge ask. I have big size, guys. Let's see if you can actually break that or not. I think it's going to break out. Tesla's going to go green. There you go. 146. I'm partialing out on NVIDIA, guys. Anyone took NVIDIA with me, guys, now? Nice, Bill. Nice. Nice.
It took a long time, long Tesla a little bit with,
Wow.
and wow, AMD came ripping back there. Here we go with Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla
Just
is super
using some
nice.
options.
Guys, done. I'm back to bed, guys. Very nice. Qs are ripping. Oof. Qs are ripping. I think
Yeah,
Qs are going to go to
Qs are
all-time
going
high.
crazy.
Yeah, QQQ is crazy. You can trade with TQQQ. It's amazing. Wow. All right, NVIDIA had a very nice pop. Now pulling back. My average on NVIDIA is 145, actually, as a matter of fact. Let's see. We had a very nice, massive pop. Let's see if it stops me out or not. Tesla was also super nice for the break of 420.
Yeah, super. It had a really nice breakout there. AMD came ripping back too.
Yeah. All right. So NVIDIA is making a funny movement right now. I might actually get stopped out of the break even. Let's see. Let's see if it holds or not. Yeah, it looks a little bit funny. Yeah, I'm getting stopped out on NVIDIA,
Here
all
we go.
out. Yeah, I'm all out of NVIDIA. It might hold, but
Okay, I'm just selling some calls here through 11 through $11. Wow, 11:30 filled on Tesla.
Yeah, Apple is going to go green.
Just
Yes,
trading
Apple.
the 425 calls. Big order at
Right.
4:30 on Tesla. See if it gets there.
Very nice. Oracle is hitting the scanner to the downside. Apple is good. As I mentioned, guys, yesterday, I'm long Apple through AAPU, which is the 2 times leverage of Apple based on the daily bounce from it. So it looks like it's bouncing now. I'm not full size on it, only 5,000 shares on AAPU, but it looks like Apple is bouncing back. Aaron, what do you trade? Long Apple, huh? Yeah, you can actually trade AAPU too. So AAPU is the leverage product on that. Yeah, Nvidia turned out to be super nice. I had a pretty good day actually. I made $12,000 on Nvidia. I don't know if I want to take another trade right now or not, but that was a very nice trade, especially if you trade Nvidia with options or NVDLL. I should have gone with NVDLL actually, or
Yeah,
what was it? NVDL has a really good
NVD.
volume and liquidity. Oh yeah, nice. That was a great trading, guys, at the open. Great, like waiting, and this is my favorite things. 1 minute bullish engulfing. This is really nice. And if you can find a 5 minute bullish engulfing, it's also super powerful.
I'm out of the rest of my Tesla calls. But I got a really nice pop on them. Wow, everything's everything's selling off now. A little bit. Nvidia just
Nice,
really
guys.
pulled
Let's
back
see.
there.
I don't want to short Nvidia now, though.
No, I wouldn't want to short even Tesla. I mean, it could bounce here. Qs are kind of pulling back after that bit of a surge. The SPY is just flatlining right now, basically. Here comes kind of the pop on Nvidia or Tesla, I should say. Nvidia's popping back a bit too.
So Nvidia is looking now for a potential bounce back. Again, I'm actually a
Yeah,
little bit hesitating to take any trades, but Nvidia looks like a doji on 5 minute could be a good long now again. Yeah, it
yeah,
looks like it
but
wants to
right
go
back
back
up
up.
again. Same with
Yeah.
same maybe with Tesla. Let's see what Tesla does here.
It's Oracle to me. Oracle sold off. Netflix also sold off. Heavy profit taking. Yeah.
Short Tesla. I'm short Tesla with again 425 puts this time. All right, here we go. Selling some puts through 11 now. AMD is dropping again. Let's see what Tesla does here. Let's come back to my break even on my puts.
Yeah,
And
I'm
the
not
rest of
taking any
them.
other trades,
See if
guys,
we
for now. Well,
get a failure here. Okay, that's your failure. Let's see what it does. This high on the pullback is where I'll stop out of the rest.
What are you trading, Brian?
Tesla,
Nvidia,
short right
Tesla,
now.
Tesla.
Yeah.
Shorting Tesla. Interesting.
It might just start coming back here. I think I'm going to get out of it, the rest of it. But you can see here why I took it, sold off, came back up and made a lower high and then tried to break through it and couldn't do it. So that's when I shorted it right around here. It's going to, shit. It's going to drop again.
Tesla.
Oh,
Did you
well.
cover your short on
Yeah,
Tesla?
maybe.
Nvidia has potential
I'm
for
out of
another
mine.
high. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nvidia is long.
Yeah, Nvidia's back at high of day, high of pre-market.
Yeah, it's like wants to break. Yeah, Nvidia, there is a
And
level here at 146.57, and then there is next level 149, 150. But I'm not gonna take Nvidia, guys. It's just I'm not really big fan of Nvidia now. I already did a very nice trade on it.
damn, I think Tesla's gonna drop more.
Guys, today we're gonna actually give a laptop or membership for the people in YouTube. So make sure that you like and subscribe and comment on our channel, so you would be in the draw. I had a really good day. Should I get out of my Apple? This Apple seems not super strong, eh? It's not Netflix can never really came above the VWAP. As long as Netflix stays below the VWAP, is not a long. Oracle also lost 5%. So Oracle, they just made the announcement, the deal for the AI, I think with OpenAI and President Trump and what's that Japanese bank?
Love that.
SoftBank.
SoftBank, yeah.
Yeah, they had the announcement of 500 billion over the next of 4 years. It's great. That's an amazing investment. So Nvidia, yeah, Nvidia looks like it wants to go back to the high of the day. Very nice, guys. Yeah, so guys, remember, we are real traders and we don't trade as much. Like sometimes our show a little bit slow, but because we're just real traders, we want to look for trades. Like Nvidia trade was amazing for me. It's a very classic, people you can see in my screen, very classic 1 minute open range breakup. It was so fast. This happened so fast that I can't take the options, but I should have gone with NVDL instead of NVDA actually, because it's 2 times leverage or 2 times leverage. Now that I have $12,000 in my pocket, I don't know if I want to be aggressive for another trade. Yeah, see, Nvidia is breaking the highs.
I know when you get a couple of good trades in, you just and the type of trading we do is really momentum, and there's the best time to trade that kind of a action is right at the open or very close to the open. So I find as the day goes on, my trades become less profitable.
Yeah, Nvidia is super strong. It's going to go to 146.57, I think.
There goes Tesla. I kind of felt like it was going to drop more. Damn.
Yeah, Nvidia is super strong for the day. Look at the asks are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Absolutely amazing. Did anyone get back into Nvidia? I didn't, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's on a roll now.
Carlos, did you show the video that our previous winner showed for us? Oh, there you go. Nvidia is amazing. Yeah, Nvidia is super nice. So SPY is up 0.5%. Qs are Q's at not all-time high yet. No.
No,
Tesla's
Q's have
selling
been lagging a
off.
bit.
Yeah, Nvidia is amazing. That's this AI. Nvidia is going to go to 147 R4, 146.89. Wow. Shit, I wish I was back in there.
Yeah, he's yeah.
Wow. There you
I
go.
admit it. I'm
Amazing.
back short.
Unbelievable.
I'm back short on Tesla with the puts again.
Wow. Nvidia is amazing. I should have got back in Nvidia. Jeez. Wow. Crazy. Glenn, what did you trade? NVDL. Yeah, very nice. Amazing NVDL. You were still long on it, huh? Nice. Glenn took a really amazing trade on it. Wow. Yeah, the NVIDIA is explosive. This is crazy. Yeah, great job. I mean, I should have got back in there, honestly. It's crazy the move on it. Especially NVDL.
Gee,
Look at that. Oh, it's crazy.
I'm selling some more puts here. Yeah, back on Tesla short.
ARM is also ARM is also interesting. Is hitting the scanner. ARM is super.
Yeah, wow. Tesla lost the VWAP. They're still selling it. Still have a few puts, 425 puts. So essentially short Tesla.
Netflix is slowly trying to grind up the Weave app, but doesn't have much of a momentum, the one that I'm looking for. Tesla, yeah, Apple is also struggling. I'm actually surprised that Apple is just underperforming.
Yeah, I think people are concerned about the report that Jeffries, I think it was, it came out with saying they felt like Apple sales were going to be weren't going to be great this quarter. Come on, Tesla, break this level.
Tesla
Big order at
short.
four. Big order at 415 and Tesla. I'm looking at 415. This is kind of where we bottomed in pre-market, sort of around 416 actually.
Righty, let's see. Let's see where we're getting at.
Like this pattern on Tesla. Look at bookmap here. You can kind of see where we consolidated in this little box here, and then started to lose it right here. So I got short again.
Tesla is bouncing back
So
a
Tesla's
little
coming
bit.
back up, yeah.
Netflix, Microsoft looks interesting. Actually, it's not. No, it doesn't look interesting at all.
Microsoft was up quite a bit in the pre-market, and it was kind of breaking out of a range, and it's up a little bit more since the pre-market. Microsoft looks like it's trying to break out here. It's sitting right at
Yeah,
R3.
yeah, it doesn't. Kind of there's a weird volume on it's happening right now. It's not
Well,
as
certainly
low
volume
as the
is
video that I
really,
want. Yeah.
yeah, the volume is really dying on it for sure.
Spy is trying to also make a new high. Qs are going. Nvidia is still going 147. Ah, beautiful.
I
I'm
know,
sorry
eh?
that I'm not in Nvidia, guys. I am really, really sorry. Damn, should have got back in there. Yeah, what a beauty on Nvidia. Nice, John. Nice. John had a really nice break of high of the day. Yeah, this is the type of trade that John would do probably around 940. Goes for the break of high of the day. Very nice.
Okay, so this is this is a retest on Tesla low of day. We'll see what it does here. So it set a high there. If it breaks above that, I'll just stop out. And now I'm just hoping for this next leg down here.
Tesla looks like it wants to go
Actually,
down.
could have added there too.
Yeah, ARM is also super amazing. Yeah, ARM was not
Let's see,
earning,
there
was it?
goes.
Is that an earning play, or it's just
I
because of
don't
the AI
think so.
moving?
I think it's just a sympathy play, maybe.
Yeah, it's a sympathy
There goes
play.
Microsoft. Microsoft is breaking out.
Oh, it's related to the 500 billion package, huh?
Probably, yeah.
I have to deal with that. It's the beneficiary.
Come on, baby.
Baby,
Okay, so
baby.
Tesla kind of made a false low there, which doesn't make me happy.
Yeah, the problem with Tesla that I have is was a massive 5 minute, very strong 5 minute candlestick, and now it's just leaking. It's just
Yeah,
fundamentally, I don't like it short because of
let's
that
see.
first strong 5 minute.
It's just
Nvidia,
it's
here we
sitting
go.
in at a support. Come on, come on. There's some orders here. There's some orders at I'm going to say 417, and there's an order here at 415.
Yeah, brand.
It's just holding here at this sort of 418 level. If it doesn't break down more, it's there's probably a pop in it. If the short sellers sort of give up here, start covering, then that'll be me too. Big order is starting to build at 417, starting to build in size.
All right. So let's find another trade. Apple's going up. So should I get out of my Apple long? SPY is going up. TQQ would have been a very nice trade. ARM potential 920. I think ARM is a very good ARM 20 candidate. Sorry, 920 candidate.
920.
Yeah, if it gets a pullback. Potential
I'm getting
NVIDIA
out of
920 as well.
I'm getting out of Tesla. I don't like how long it's spending here.
Yeah, I don't like the 5 minute. Sure.
Yeah, just keep it profitable. That's it. That's all we need. I'm happy with that trade. Two shorts.
Apple is running up. It's good. SPY is hitting up. So as you know, guys, I'm long Apple. I don't know where to get out. All right, SPY wants all-time high today. Looks like it.
Yeah, SPX would be a good trade for the options.
Netflix is really disgusting right now. So the two trades that I'm looking at right now is potentially Nvidia 920. So I'm looking for a pullback at around 146, and ARM 920. That is a very strong stocks, very strong price action.
Oh, shit. There goes SPY. Could have taken that
Amazon all-time
SPX
high.
trade.
Yeah, Amazon is at all-time high. Congratulations to Amazon. Boom, break of all-time high. Did you see that? Great. Megan, did you
Monsieur
take that?
Bezos.
Amazing.
Monsieur
Yeah.
Bezos is happy.
Mr. Bezos is happy. Mrs. Laura Sanchez very happy. Did you see Mark
Yeah.
Zuckerberg look at the boobs of Laura Sanchez? So funny. Did you see that, Brian?
Yeah, what was
Oh
that?
no,
Well, I know
you
what.
didn't see that during the inauguration.
No.
Jeff Bezos' wife's, she has really big boobs, and then Mark Zuckerberg is looking at it's all over the internet.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yeah, it's men just
Yeah.
love boobs.
When you're in that when you're in that situation, you got to be so careful what you do. You don't want to.
And then
You
he
want to
has
pick your
smile like,
nose or.
oh my god, it was so funny. Yeah, I know Zuckerberg's wife and him are having a conversation right now.
Yeah, maybe. I'm long some Microsoft options as well. You see, I know Tesla's going to drop. It's just
Ah,
screwing
shit,
around.
Nvidia is going up too. Fuck, man, Nvidia is gonna go break apart today again. Wow, wow, what a beauty! What a pullback! Now it didn't give us 920. Yeah, no
Here we
entry
go.
anywhere.
Look at Microsoft. Loving that.
Wow, it's crazy, guys. Crazy, crazy. Absolutely crazy. There you go. Nvidia is gonna break another high. I should have got back in there. I don't know why I didn't get back in there.
I'm trading 437.50 calls on Microsoft. Look at the SPY. John got out of Nvidia. John's the man. Okay, I'm going to sell some. I'm selling some 437.50 calls. Some of the calls I have on Microsoft.
Tesla is eventually breaking down, Brian.
Yeah.
Nice, John. Nice, John. John had also a great trade on Nvidia. Very nice. Oracle surprisingly didn't do anything.
Microsoft's killing it here. It's selling some more.
This is great. What a day. What a day.
Yeah.
What a
442.77 is R4 on Microsoft. So if it can get there, I've just got a few calls left.
What a day, Brian. What a day, Mr. President.
Okay. Yeah. Congratulations to everybody who basically went long just about anything.
Yeah, that was a great
Amazon, nice
trading day.
breakout there. Yeah, beautiful breakout on Amazon. Satya Nadella isn't as happy. Google, although Google is in a breakout area. It's an area it's tested before. It hasn't been able to get through it. Like yesterday. AMD is a dog's breakfast. Your buddy Rocket Lab's coming back to Earth, maybe.
Rocket Lab, RKLB, yeah, it was down 7. Yeah, it was down this morning. Yeah, these again, volatility of these ones are very crazy. That's why I like day trading. Like the volatility of intraday trade, the overnights are not really impacting you. I love that. SMCI. SMCI was running up as well. These ones are in. Is it also the $500 billion AI?
Hmm. Yeah, there was that little drop on Tesla. Picked up all these shares here around 417, and then just bounced back up. There's still a big order here, sitting here at 415 now, 416, and 410.
So Excel is up 35. Yeah.
Yeah, SPY is continuing to move.
Yeah. Great day
Sean,
for Excel.
Sean's our SPX guy. Did you trade SPX options?
There is some drop happening.
Wow. Ooh, that was a big drop. What do we have? Do we have something?
I'm not sure if it's actually
What do we have?
news.
10 o'clock, we had U.S. economic indicators. Ooh, that was a big
Tesla?
drop. That must have been that must have come out 10 a.m. manipulation.
Or it could be just a fund dropping something. Now it's reversing.
Yeah. The buyers are going to come back. What did Peter trade? He traded it short, Nvidia short. Peter the contrarian.
Peter, he's a billionaire. He's going to fight a parking ticket. I can't believe this. You cannot make this. You cannot make this stop.
It's for Peter, it's the principle. It's the Peter
It's the
principle.
principle. It's wasting our taxpayers' money on judicial system. Peter, just pay $50 parking ticket.
Nice trade, Peter. Was that your Mountain Pass trade? Peter has a trade called the Mountain Pass. It's kind of a
Um,
bit of a double top. Hey, it's exactly Florida trader. Yeah, we'll start a GoFundMe trade for Peter.
yeah.
GoFundMe.
So Apple,
Oh, he's
Apple
got
is
a
doing.
modified version now. Wow. AMD bucking the trend.
AMD is going back up. The only person who didn't get money is AMD from this AI thing.
I don't know.
SMCI is going up. ARM is pretty good. Wow, right. So what should we do, guys? Where is the money?
Where's the money? Pretty sure Tesla still has more downside here.
Tesla, yeah, looks like it's not having any momentum. Other than Netflix, really look at the 5-minute candlestick. When someone is asking me thoughts on something, look at the 5-minute candlestick on Netflix. Can you find any directional pattern on 5 minutes on candlestick on Netflix? Like this is the most disgusting pattern that you can ever find. So even though I had a really good earning, and it seems that most of the really good calls happened in the previous pre and after post market, so I don't want to touch it. Tesla also getting into some sort of a choppy environment. It had a massive run up, and then really nice shorts. And Tesla now is just getting into the environment that there's nothing is happening on that. Microsoft did
What do
break
you
the
think?
all-time high. Amazon.
What do you think? Should we sell 1,000 calls on Netflix?
Uh, how much do we
You get
get?
$8 for them. $8.
It means that
I
our
think
stop loss
I
is
think Jared would
1,090.
I think Jared would do that trade.
But how do we protect ourselves?
You'd
Netflix.
have to.
So for January 24th, huh, for 2 days, 1,000, get $8, and then
The only way you could protect yourself is
just buying a call somewhere, huh?
buying buying one buying like 110s. You'd get $6. You'd pay just over $2 for a $10 risk.
Yeah, it's tricky. I have
It's not
always stayed
really
away
that.
from it.
It's not really that great. Be better off. SPY is right back at high of day. Nvidia is bouncing back a bit. Nvidia did a nice little 920 trade there. These 920 trades always happen just after 10 o'clock, 10:05, 10:10.
Yeah,
So
Nvidia did.
920 is yeah, when
Yeah,
you've got the
Nvidia did
moving
9.
averages. Yeah, you got the moving averages. So Nvidia did a VWAP bounce. I'm kind of looking at the 9 and the 20 moving average on Nvidia. So it had a nice run up, and then it finally started to have some profit taking. It dropped down below the 9 EMA. It even dropped below the VWAP, and then bounced off the 20 EMA, and then came back up again after it hit the 20. It's amazing how many times that'll happen. The 9 and the 20 seems like these algos are trading off those moving averages. SPY is hanging around the high of day here. Looks like it's going to break out.
MSTX. So, well, Bitcoin is at 100,000. MSTX. Oh, no, sorry, 105. MSTX is the leverage of MSTR, huh? I don't know. The Bitcoin as 105. What's MSTR doing? I don't I'm not really a big fan of MSTR in this small daily range. So I don't know. I mean, I would stay away from it. I mean, most of the time, you probably, here's how trading works. 99% of the time, you don't know what to say. If, you see a trader that you tell him a ticker, oh, this one is a long. Oh, yeah, this one is a short. Oh, this one is a long. That means he doesn't know what he's talking about. So most of the times, you just don't know. I don't know. Like, you can't read the price action. And that 1% that you have confidence and trade book on it, then you can actually take a trade. Yeah, John is making good point. Like coin MSTR, these are really good when you get a fundamental breakout or breakdown on crypto. Like, it looks like Bitcoin is kind of is driving people crazy between 100, 1,000 to 105, 106. So, you need a little bit of a more breakout from this. Same as the stocks. When you see Tesla, for example, in a daily chart like today, like look at the last 4 days, like 5 days, like Tesla has been trading in this range. I think if it goes above 440, then the party starts, or it drops below 400, then the party starts. Like, you got to break out of this freaking range that is trading. Like, look at Amazon, Nvidia, they're all fundamentally breaking out of the range. That's why they're so good to trade. Good to trade in terminal and see what
SPY is trying to break out here. Qs are now breaking out.
Yeah, all the Nvidia, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta are moving up. Apple is really underperforming from these folks. Although Apple also is big on AI, so they're gonna get back into this game, I think, very soon. What time is it? It's 10:12. I don't know. I mean, again, guys, I am sitting at 12,700 in one single trade on Nvidia. I am not really keen to make any other trade. Yeah, the whole point is not really overtrade. Yeah, I know it's not a big amount of money, but it's better than nothing.
Tesla's really just trying to hold on to this pre-market low.
Yeah, Gigi is asking a question. Do you think that Bitcoin is not pushing higher because money is going to altcoin meme coins? The reality is, what I found is very difficult to understand the fundamentals of why the price moves. Nobody really knows where the money goes in and out, so why. So I came to this conclusion in my trading career that don't ask why. Don't look for why. Just try to trade the price action. Because why can give you a bias. Like, for example, the bit of money flowing from meme coins to altcoins to bitcoins, and then you started making overthinking and overanalyzing. That's just I can speak of myself. I don't know about the other people. So I don't think so. And remember, these I think the big moves in the market are happening with the big money. I don't think like $200 that somebody buys meme coin or Dogecoin moves the market. Like like especially for big reserves like Bitcoin and stuff. It's the institutional money that is going in and out. States sometimes, the government's in and out money.
And yeah, who was it? Was it Ecuador who was buying all those Bitcoin?
Yeah. Sorry,
I
what?
remember they put all the money. Who wasn't it? What was one of those? There was one of those South American countries that bought all that Bitcoin.
El Salvador. Yeah, El Salvador. They don't have a
Yeah,
lot.
there you go.
Yeah, I think they have like about 30 million. So yeah, don't even for the price action, just don't ask why Netflix is down. Like why this, like who cares why? As a trader, you just want to read the price action. Doesn't matter what's
I think
reason for that.
if you're a day trader, that's very true. You just we're mostly just trading price action. Yes, it's based on a lot of it could be based on news, but at the end of the day, it's price action. It's set up. It's what what's in your trade book. What's your trading book all about? Is it are you doing bounces off the VWAP? Are you doing opening range breakouts, double tops like Peter played with Nvidia this morning? So it's all about price action. If you're swing trading or if you're position trading, yes, then you have to start building a story as to why you think a stock is going up or down, and you combine that with technical analysis and price action. But yeah, I agree with Andrew. It's when you're day trading, it's mostly about just watching the stock price and the charts and watching for your setups. It kind of looks like Tesla might have, yeah, like I said, it spent an awful lot of time consolidating around 417, 418, and now we're getting a move up. So the character of the action has changed. The SPY and the Qs grinding higher here.
Yeah, Tesla is also trying to squeeze, but again, I don't trust these kind of moves in Tesla for
No.
trade.
Yeah, too hard and I don't see a trade here. I mean, I don't see a good setup for a trade, especially now after it's kind of broken out.
So MTJ is asking about my Nvidia trade. So this is my trade management. Always try to add in the direction of the trade, and I partial, and then I bring my stop loss back to break even. So those of you who can actually see my screen, this is very important. So this is my entry. Then I added more. I actually had a very heavy size on it, so I started partialing a lot of my position. And obviously, when you're adding here and then you're adding here, your mathematical average is somehow comes somewhere around here in between. And this is the last place that I got to stop that. So you can see it on my screen. It did go down below. Even my original stop loss target was somewhere around here, and then it bounced back. I could get back in there, but again, I was just kind of satisfied with my trade. I would never let a trade that I already partialed on that goes negative on me. Never. I mean, never. I mean, I try not to. Sometimes I make that mistake. So in that case, MTJ, yeah. So it's because it's really past my break-even point because I already partial. I don't use the risk per trade hotkey. My buying power, my hotkeys are built based on buying power. So I buy $50,000 worth of NVDA. How many shares it's going to be, the platform calculates it for. So they be down there. So the laptop or Lambo. If we get to 1 million subscriber, we give a Tesla away. That is something that I love to do. Like Mr. Beast is doing. He did for his 25th birthday. He gave 25 Teslas or something. PLTR is going up.
Who's that? Who's that? Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast. He wants to seriously buy TikTok.
Yeah, he wants to buy TikTok.
Huh? No, seriously, he wants to buy TikTok.
Yeah, I know.
Mr. Beast. We partnership
Didn't
with YouTube and a bunch of other. Shit, Brian, we should have sold 1,000 calls.
on Netflix. I
Yeah,
know.
that's dropping. I don't see Netflix is
Yeah.
going back above the Viva, honestly. It's just not strong enough.
Hmm. Irrational exuberance.
Yeah. So 7:20 guys, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel to be able to.
Yeah, those $8 calls are now $5.50. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Shoulda, woulda. Yeah, Apple definitely has no momentum in there. SPY is going up. Again, this is a perfect example of diversification, guys. Diversification is super important. Like just being all in all one in one stock or one sector is not great. Tesla looks like it wants to go green, Brian.
Yeah, I know, eh? It's just fighting its way back up there. Tesla always seems to find buyers. 'Cause they kind of think they're holding out for that robo taxi.
Yeah, these robot taxis are in San Francisco. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, you got a ride in one.
Yeah, they're pretty much everywhere in San Francisco now. It's kind of scary. There's a lot of people who cheer for Elon Musk. They're gonna lose their job because of Elon Musk. Yeah, full self-driving. So,
Cool.
John, for full self-driving, do your hands have to be on the wheel? I don't. Um, Not anymore, huh? So you can just do whatever. Amazing. Yeah. No, it's future is here, honestly. But it's really interesting. I feel that future is coming very penetrating slowly to us. Like I think there are some places that are so you go there is completely futuristic, and there are some places that I think is going to take like 50 years to get even a taste of future. Like I'm sure, for example, these robotaxi flies in big places like Dubai or San Francisco, they will be everywhere, and then you see like Central Asia or South America or Africa, 50 years from now, still it's not there. Yeah, John, how does it work in the snow? Like, would you trust self-driving car in the snow? Should I guess? Because if it's snowing, all the sensors and stuff are blocked by snow. I don't know if that works. Yeah, it's
Maybe
great.
they work better in the snow than seeing.
Yeah.
I see this picture of Zuckerberg and what's her Laura Sanchez.
Oh yeah, you found this? Now we're Brian all day
Yeah.
looking at. Brian is not coming out of his office for 2 days. Like his wife
Yeah,
said,
funny.
Brian, lunch is ready. Oh, look at that. Oh man, men's are disgusting. Uh, yeah, these kind of things are really big on X, like on Twitter, all sorts of memes. And now there are some like AI generated things that Laura Sanchez started strip teasing, and everybody, wow, looks so AI generated is so real too. Like you can imagine that. Wow, really? Like it's crazy what they build with this AI.
Yeah.
Um, Zuckerberg definitely.
Everybody was
Out.
making fun of Melania's hat.
Why were they making fun? It's pretty beautiful.
They said it looked like it looked like the Hamburglar.
I thought it was pretty nice. I actually am a big fan of Melania. I think she's now awesome. But let's not go there. I know politics is over. I know. Let's not go
Yeah,
that that way. Yeah,
we're not talking politics. We're talking fashion
yeah,
and
yeah. Please,
billionaires.
please. Let's go. It's a very sensitive topics. Please, I know. But one thing that I noticed, like I heard that from a lot of people, that it's amazing that how U.S. polarized so that people are hating so much each other. Um, like it wasn't like that. Like Ronald Reagan, had a really good time with all the Democrats in the Congress. They were having beer after that, and I saw pictures of Bill Maher was saying that. But now you can't even imagine the top Democrats are actually being friends with the other party. This polarization is amazing. It's happening all around the world. Like the spectrums of the parties, people are start hating each other, and
Yeah,
some quite interesting. And like they don't even tolerate their personal things of opinions of each other. Kind of sad because like even in Canada, like for example, you talk about things on the different political spectrum, people start personally attack each other. Like, why are you doing that? It's just having a conversation.
yeah, no, eh?
No, John. I,
Okay.
I I mean, actually, mostly on the politicians. Actually, John, I was wondering mostly about the politicians. Like that's why one of the things that like President Trump and Obama started laughing at things. It could just go viral. That you can still laugh. Like, and then Trump later in an interview said, like, I'm friends with everybody. Like, it doesn't. We run a campaign against each other, but you know, we can still sit down and look at each other and laugh like that. I love Tunde. I love that scene. That these two guys, they ran each other. They did everything politically to each other, but you know, they're still sitting down and laughing and making jokes, and I love that part of the um, politics. Anyways, we're not gonna get anywhere. It's your fault, Brian.
That was
Just
the
making
one with
it's your
Trudeau.
fault, man.
My fault. And Netflix is still leaking off here. It's coming back down to low
Yeah,
of
we should
day.
have sold that. Yeah, we should have sold that.
I know.
1,000 calls. Usually, this is what I found.
Oh,
These are stocks that are gapping up, and they really struggle for half an hour, 45 minutes to go above the VWAP. They usually don't have the power to just go back. Like volume is dying on Netflix. It's very unlikely that something happens on Netflix and goes up. If anything, this might actually sell all day below the VWAP. The meme stocks are different, or the penny stocks are different. The penny stocks can squeeze at any moment because they're short squeezes, they're big players on that. But that was a good idea to kind of sell, calls at 1,000. Maybe we could protect each other by buying another call at maybe 1,010. Because I kind of saw it that I doubt that Netflix is going to rally, especially that volume is dying on it. So we have guys. Let's go for laptop and stuff. Before we go, Carlos, do you want to show the video of our previous winner? So one of the things that we actually request is the winner send us a video about your experience as part of either if you're a member or if you are just watching us YouTube experience. The goal is to encourage people to join us and learn with us and together. So do you have
Hello,
anything, Carlos?
BBT and Andrew.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Hello, BBT and Andrew. Thank you so
Hello.
much for the contest that I won this morning. I'm so grateful. I really appreciate it. It means more to me than you know. I watch the pre-market show every morning. I've been watching it for months and months, and I always appreciate the trials that you run. And I could never afford the elite membership room. So to be able to win that this morning is it's just incredible. Thank you so much, and thank you for offering the pre-market show on YouTube for free. It's gotten me through many trading days, and the educational material after the show for like an hour or two is fantastic. I mean, it's just awesome, and I love the group. I love the community. I love the camaraderie, and thank you for all the education and teaching me how to trade. Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you, BBT.
Of course, you're welcome. That was Jorge, I think, huh? Jorge was. Hey, Pizman. Hey, buddy. How are you? Pizman is in the chat.
Yeah, you talked about, I loved how you talked about the community, and to really try to foster a feeling of community. Um, if you were with us if you were one of the lucky people that came to Colombia with the BBT family, you would have really felt that community. It was amazing, and looking forward to more events like that, and certainly looking forward to our upcoming event in Vancouver if you can make it.
Yeah, I would love that, guys.
We'll
Would
get
love that you guys can make it. It would be nice. Well, thank you so much, whoever actually did win. We appreciate that you share your experience. Let's go through that. All right, Jan, Mark, Carlos, let's go. Yeah, let's go and see who do we get. Carlos, you got me? So we're gonna give membership is easier because it's just shipping and everything is just a little bit easy, payment, reimbursement. So let's do a 1-year membership, Elite Annual. Boom, Carolina C. Congratulations to Carolina C. Do we have a Carolina C? She's still here because sometimes people are actually not here; they leave. So congratulations. She's not here. Oh yeah, she's here. Congratulations.
right. Awesome.
Yeah, I hope that you create a video like with your experience with us. So that would be very nice. So 10:30. Let's see what else we can do. We're here until 11, and then Paris is coming. Sorry, Avi is coming. Hey guys, unfortunately, that's also another thing I have to say. Unfortunately, I have to cancel my Vegas. So I am not going to Vegas for money presentation. If anyone has already arranged and wanted to come, I am not unfortunately coming. So I am something came up, as a matter of fact. Yes. Tesla back to the green. Apparently, Brian, we were wrong. Tesla did actually.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
maybe
here's
that's right
another
back
thing is,
at BDC.
yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, I'm sorry, Brian, if anyone from the wants to go and do presentation, I told the organizers you can actually present. If John, if you like to present something, maybe some of your day trading strategies, I can actually put you in touch. It's still time. They can actually put you in a schedule. If anyone wants to do that, I was actually going to ask maybe Paris wants to go for order flow If anyone from the team, I don't know if Paris is, I think is having some family issues, is not trading, but I'll email him.
Yeah, I think Paris couldn't. Paris has been off for a couple days here.
Yeah, Paris is going through it. I think a divorce, and his life is very complicated. Maybe take a trip. Oh,
Yeah, Paris would be good.
yeah,
So here we go. So
Vegas is
we've
like,
yeah. Going to say that just really, if you like trading around the PDC, this would have been a good area to get short Tesla.
yeah.
There's really
So
the only thing that's on the order book is there is an order at 425. So would make me a little bit suspect of that trade because it might price might just continue to gravitate. We may retest the PDC a couple of times and then break through it. So
yeah, I know Paris is getting a divorce. Like I'm divorced. Avi is divorced. Paris is getting a divorce. Jared is now single. Like there's a pattern emerging here in Verbal Traders. Brian is looking at Laura Sanchez.
yeah, I am looking
There
at.
is a very
I can't take my eyes off Laura Sanchez.
there is a pattern emerging, guys. I'm just telling you. Oh, Carlos, Carlos, be careful. You're next.
Jeff Bezos, yeah.
Here's a Tuesday strategy, like finding the best patterns for divorce. That would be candlestick. Like if it's a higher high, then you're getting a divorce. Yeah, divorce is not good. Don't get divorced. This is BBT guarantee. Make money, destroy your marriage. Yeah, lifetime. Yeah. Lauren Sanchez is Jeff Bezos' wife, I think. Is it Lauren Sanchez? Is that am I pronouncing the wife? Yeah, Lauren Sanchez, Jeff Bezos' girlfriend now, I think. I don't know. I don't think they're married or they're getting married soon. Who's coming to Vancouver, guys? Make your decision, guys. Guys, come to Vancouver, guys. Vancouver.
Yeah,
Vancouver.
Vancouver,
We're going to be amazing 3
40,
days. Spies making all-time high. What do you want? What else do you want? All-time high.
our
Get your
currency
tickets.
is discount 40%.
Divorced people,
What could
you
go
get extra
wrong?
discount. All right. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'm going to trade anything else. I had a pretty good day. So these are my open positions. I have 5,000 shares of AAPU, which was pretty good in the morning, but it did drop. So Apple, yeah, as long as Apple stays around this 222, I was thinking of Apple. Apple might go a little bit lower toward the 200 moving average on daily chart. And yeah, trading wise, it was
User.
just that Nvidia scalp at the open.
The cues are breaking out here.
Yeah, Qs are super strong. Spies also strong. IWM, no momentum.
Yeah, it looks like Netflix is it's really trying to hold this 969 level, but it's just
Yeah.
failed here. So here
Seeing Amazon 235.
goes Microsoft. Microsoft's breaking out again here.
Microsoft.
All right, I'm out of my calls on Microsoft. The last two I was holding.
Yeah, Glenn, VOO is every quarter they're gonna send directly to your account. So if you want to do that, like for example, VO dividend, X dividend. So for example, just Google this, you can see my screen. Latest dividend. So latest dividend distribution was $1.73. So that means for 10,000 shares, I got like $17,000 every quarter. So 4 times. Like it changes a little bit, but it's around that. And there's an ex dividend of December 23rd. You mean that they announced it before? It means that if you own the shares before that date, then you get that. But if you buy it like in the 24th, then you don't get it. Ex dividend and the pay date of 26. So they usually announce the ex dividend and then the pay date. And if you buy in between, you don't get that. And yeah, usually doesn't impact, like, it's not that if you look for, ex dividend, just buy it one day before and collect the dividend and you sell it, you don't make any money, because as soon as they announce the dividend and ex dividend date, the price kind of adjusted based on that. So it's something, it's not that you want to become a smart and go buy ex dividend dates and they collect the dividend 2 days later. It doesn't work that way because the price already adjusted that. Yeah, I think VO is pretty
There are some
good. Like, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
there are some people that actually do that. They actually do play those dividend trades. You can buy the stock just before it goes ex dividend, and then collect the dividend and sell the stock, and it doesn't. And the theory is the stock doesn't drop as much as the payment of the dividend.
Yeah, possible. Maybe because it's just a
I've never.
natural force of the market that is always going up. But I was researching
Yeah,
actually a
yeah,
lot about it, and there's a lot of articles that they say if you don't make money, because as soon as announcement is just price adjusted on that. Okay, and VO
exactly.
dividend
Yeah,
is less than 2%. Yeah.
yeah. I've never tried to use that strategy, but I know I've read about it. Never really tested it.
Yeah, for this
Here's
position
Nvidia
that I
back to
have, I guess
147.
around Nvidia. Yeah, Nvidia is going up. Yeah, I have about, like, I'm getting about 80,000-90,000 a year in dividends.
It's perfect.
No, Glenn, here's the thing. Like, what I realized that this is the money that I have. I don't know what to do with my money. Like, if the market start dropping, if I have extra cash, I might actually buy more. So, and I know VO never goes to zero. So I think this is something that I might actually hold on that forever. until I retire or slowly getting out. I'm done with real estate investment. Like I think real estate investments with these high rates in places like Vancouver doesn't make any sense. In some places like Dubai doesn't make any sense at all. Like it's also a very cash economy over
Yeah,
there. So I'm completely done with
exactly.
the real estate. So what should I do with my money? It's a question that I'm asking myself. Like also I don't need a $10 million account to day trade. So it's best to invest heavily in the market. And for me, day trading is I'm using that excess leverage that Interactive Broker is giving me for intraday. So this $12,000 that I made today is actually part of the position of the VOO, but I just get extra leverage. So I made money out of the borrowed money from Interactive Brokers, and I'm kind of exposed to the go up and down of the markets. So people who follow me remember that this VO at one time was like 100,000. Oh, it's now 1.5 million unrealized. And I'm not planning to sell it at this moment for a couple of reasons. First of all, if I sell it, I have to pay tax on it. This one considers capital gain. And thank God they haven't taxed unrealized gain yet. The second one, okay, I sold it. What should I do with it? Real estate, yeah, no. There's nothing else. Like there's no asset class. And I don't believe in crypto as an investment. Just the asset class that moves up 8%, 10% a day. It's just, I don't know, it's not investable for me. It's not my risk appetite. So yeah, that is the situation for me. And people who follow my journey, they see from the days that I made money and now the days that I'm holding at like a $1.5 million unrealized position. I have a good life, I have a good Lamborghini, I have everything. I don't know what else I can do. I don't think I'm going to become like a billionaire, and I don't want to. So just putting investment, just add more and more into your position. If anything, I want to add more and more bonds, because you want to slowly bring bonds in your portfolio to get the recurring. No, and I'm not a boat person either. So if I was living in Dubai or Florida, I would have bought a boat. But in Vancouver is always cold, and only few weeks in the summer is really nice. And then in that few weeks in the summer, if you're available, if you're not traveling, if your friends are available, and you just go out. I've been never a boat person. But if I'm living in Florida, I might have, because lifestyle there all the time. So yeah, donating to the charity is good. Netflix is selling off.
Yeah, I do that. Try to give back.
Start acquiring companies. Yeah, I don't know, man. I need less problem in my life. Like starting companies and acquiring is like, I don't know. I mean, I never understood this serial entrepreneurs. I really never understood them. It's a lot of work starting a company and then start another one. Like, really, you don't have anything else to do with your life? Yeah, actually, I started a fund at UBC as a scholarship as UBC for international students like me who are coming and try to, start a company or something, become a little bit, activity, entrepreneurial activity. So I actually established a scholarship under my own name. That's one thing you can do.
Yeah, that's yeah, worthwhile.
But I told you like last weekend or 2 weekends ago, I came from Vegas. I sat down next to the CEO of this $1 billion company,
Yeah.
and the guy was. I mean, I realized that I could never be like this guy. Like the moment that he sat down, opened up the laptop, the tap from that tab to that, Slack and assigning work, and that's like the whole 2 hours, like more than like 3 hours, because it was a little bit delayed on a runaway too. The whole 3 hours, this guy was productive, except that 10 minutes that I spoke to him, and I was just ashamed and said, I'm sorry that I'm wasting your time. And then when the plane was to land, we were in the emergency row, and then you have to just close everything, put everything back, bring the seat up, and then he brought a small iPad and started writing notes for January 13th meeting. And dude, let it go for 5 seconds. Like, like let it fucking go. Like you are already like
Compulsive, yeah.
this guy sold his. This guy he sold his company like 15 years ago. He had a company called TO Networks. He sold it to PayPal for $150 million. So even if he had still 20% of the company left, it would have been $30 million 15 years ago. That means that this guy is probably $100 million, $120 million worth right now, minimum. Um, but I realized that, dude, that's how you build $1 billion company. Like the focus and everything that you have is just unbelievable. Like I said, dude, oh, come
Yeah.
on, man. Like,
All it's definitely all consuming.
yeah,
Depends
it's
on
very. And I asked him,
what you value.
how do you do that? I asked him, how do you do that? He said this is something that actually Jeff Bezos also mentioned that in another interview. That it's the same answer that the guy said. He said that for me, it's not about work or money. It's about I'm a curious person. It's my curiosity. I want to see if again his company is about the healthcare. I want to see if I can fix this healthcare issue, make it better. The system, make it better. So Jeff Bezos also answered the same thing. He said, every day that I wake up, it's just I want to satisfy my curiosity. So like, can we make this? Can we do this? Can we do that? Can we do that? And if you build that sense of thing, it's a very different thing. So you wake up, you want to figure out something and make it better. Um, and the real true entrepreneur, it's funny that both of them said the same thing. The true entrepreneurs are the people are very curious to make things better.
It's got short Tesla.
Yeah, this is
Seems
how
to
much I
be
was. Yeah, you have sacrificed friends, loved ones. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, I mean, yes and no. Like, sacrifice. I mean, like my divorce had nothing to do with my businesses or trading career. It was something else. Like, yes and no. You see, a lot of people are very successful in friends and family and everything, and also very successful entrepreneur. And friends, the concept of friendship, like my true friends are the people through BBT. Like I was wondering last night actually, I was thinking if I want to get married, who I invite? I have rarely people outside of BBT that I want to invite to my wedding. Like it would be obviously a lot of you guys in the chat room, people who I know. Those are my true friends, and it's our friendship is around our community and becoming better and trading better and learning better and travel together, that kind of thing. I don't have a lot of friends outside of this community. And do I want it? I don't
I'm
think I want it actually.
just selling some puts on Tesla. These are the ones I bought. I was long the puts, so now I'm selling them.
You're selling
So
puts?
essentially,
You're shorting.
no, I'm not selling puts. Well, so I'm selling the puts that I bought. So I'm essentially short Tesla. Tesla gave a nice sort of signal for a breakdown here. We were tapping the previous day close here back around 10:30, pulled back. We tapped it again, tried to get through it at 10:45, and then it started to fail. So that was when I went short. So just yeah, PDC is a great level to trade off of.
And the partner account guys, the best trader that we had, Anthony. He joined us in 2021, and he's one of the best traders I've seen. Like he did make $20,000 in the funded account. I actually talked to him today. Very, very impressive. So I'm actually very proud of myself that I made at least one trader in my life. Actually, it's more than that. Like in Peak Capital, we have a lot of profitable traders, but someone like him, amazing trader. So
We get a lot of
it's very
profitable
amazing.
traders.
Like,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Like,
I mean, all the people that have joined us, the moderators, the moderators we have right now, a lot of them started out as members.
yeah, exactly.
Gary L's been around for a long time.
Tom has been for a long time.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
so
a
many
lot of
people, like
fascinating.
Brendan.
Apple is going green. Should I sell my APU?
John,
Brian, what do you think?
sell your
Should I
Apple?
sell? Yeah, Apple long.
I wouldn't. I'd be really nervous about holding it into January 29th, which is the
There you go.
earnings when they're doing their earnings.
Yeah, definitely. Do you?
If
Yeah,
if they're right about the falling iPhone sales, sitting right at yesterday's close right now, eh? I don't
yeah,
know. It
it
looks
is
like it's.
just.
It looked like it might have put in a bit of a bottom here, 220. You can use 220 as your stop. It looks like it's going to go green here. Actually, there
Yeah,
you
it
go.
looks like it. Yeah, I can
Can I get
sell
time?
right
I would
now
hold
for
on to it.
2,500 profit. Yeah, it looks like. So which one? Brian or $2,300 profit? Which one? Hmm, I would
Silver.
take money rather than Brian. So
Take the money and run.
Brian or money? Take the money and never call you
Uh,
again.
I
Oh,
think you. It's getting a bid
it was
here. I don't
this.
know. We'll see.
This was the account that I have. Is a small account that I have is for YOLO trades. Like when I was in Tibet, I traded SOXL on my phone. It's funny. I was trading SOXL with no internet. That's why I bought the lamp. Fuck it. I made money. I was SOXL in that time.
Your
Is
SOXL, buddy.
Yeah, it's SOXL at back to 35. So it was around this time. Like this yeah, do you see this bounce? I got this bounce in September. Like the whole bounce I got it on SOXL from 24 to 40.
Here
Right.
we
So
go.
Brian, how was
Tesla
your day?
looking like it's. Yeah, it was good. I think just watching Tesla here. Still have a few puts left. See if we can get another leg lower here. Be nice to get back down to 416, 417. There's some orders that have built here at that level. So let's see if we go there.
All right. So how's Abby doing? Abby, did you get a good trade in?
Yeah, I got one good trade and that's it for the day. So can't complain
What is
today.
it?
One
Share it
good
with
trade.
us. Let me tell you what it is. Oh, wait, nobody says anything. I think Abby traded Amazon today.
I think
Did you?
that's exactly what I was going to guess. It was either Amazon or Microsoft.
I
Ooh,
think Amazon. He got this rally from 952, boom, to 235.
you're getting warmer, getting warmer. Not there
Yeah.
yet.
Microsoft,
Uh,
Meta.
Keep going.
These are usually what you trade.
Yeah,
how
There are only
about
7, so we're
how
already.
about let me just
Netflix?
see
No,
here.
no,
Yeah,
Netflix.
How about
there's
that?
only 7. I'm going to say
Yeah.
maybe
So,
Microsoft.
No,
okay,
I
is
think
that your
it's
final
Microsoft.
guess?
Anybody?
Microsoft? Any other guessers? Anyone want to guess? Chip in.
Nvidia. Nvidia.
Yeah.
Nvidia.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see who gets this.
All right, let's see we get it. There you go. The
We're
moment of
getting,
truth.
yeah, we're getting some accurate. Yeah, there it comes. There's the right answer. We got a few Teslas in the house. That's it.
Ah,
Tesla.
Tesla. You got money from this piece of garbage? It's garbage today, Tesla.
Well, I caught the
Come
open.
on.
It was fine. I just took
Opening
the
range
first
breakout
candle.
was really nice. 1 minute. Yeah. All right,
Yep.
I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. I'm excited for Avi to see or learn from Avi. Avi is one of the best options day traders that I know in life. So congratulations, buddy. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Is anyone coming with you online?
Carlos might be joining, but either way, I'm here, so all good.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, I might join in. I need to take a break and figure out my life problems, and then I might join you later.
All right,
All right, guys.
awesome.
Thank you so much, guys. See you soon.
All right. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Andrew. Talk to you guys again soon.
Cheers. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Hey, YouTube. How you guys doing? Having fun yet? Another day with lots of moves. It's funny, on all the 8 tickers I saw today, I watched the same 8 every day, and I saw lots of moves. But in the hour and a half so far, I've only seen 2 setups. Managed to catch one of them. So, well, one's all you need, really. But yeah. So here, I'll show it to you guys. It was Tesla. This is on the execution with the options. You can see I got long basically right at the open, scalped or partialed, and then long again and partialed. So let's have a look at why and how this made sense. Right here, if you can see my screen, I got the bottom here, which is the bottom of that 5-minute or the 8 a.m. candle. It pushed a little below, but it put in this hammer with the long tail. That to me is a bullish indication, and it's happening pretty much at the level. And then it made a new high, so I'm thinking that would actually be my entry, but the market wasn't open yet. But then the market did open, pushed down a little, and then made the new high. As soon as it popped through the level, 417, that was my entry. And the target was, these levels up ahead. 420, I took some off, then got to the next level, took some off, added it back on, and took it off at the next level. And the whole thing was like, I don't know, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, and done. That's it. That's the execution right there. Got a lousy fill with these options, but that's how you trade the open, as in you expect a bad spread, especially with options. I got in really like in the first 30 seconds of the day or something. So, anyways, that's it. That's all there is. I don't have anything else to share with you today. Either way, how's everyone here doing? Yeah, some familiar names. Yeah, drops. Good times. Good times. And yeah, tomorrow I'll be doing a webinar on this stuff. Well, actually on a lot of stuff. But yeah, make sure you come and join. It's gonna be 12:30 Eastern. We'll do the YouTube session here at 11 to 12, and 12:30 got the webinar at Trading Terminal. So come in there. It's gonna be fun. And I've tried to make it condensed, so it's not 4 hours long. We'll get it all in 1 hour. But let's see how that goes. There is a lot of fun stuff to share. A lot of interesting stuff that I don't think we talk about enough. So tomorrow's that opportunity. So get on Trading Terminal. Yeah, there it is. Cool. So here's the other one today that made sense to me, but I was not trading. This long on Meta from 621 up to 628. And you can see the levels, man. It just played nice. And realistically, if I had been looking at it, I only saw it after the fact, but if I'd been looking at it early, would have seen the high of day yesterday. You can see it consolidated right below that overnight, then breakout as well in the pre-market about 7 a.m. Retested with the 8 a.m. candle, but really retested there at the open. But this third retest at about 9:45 was the good one because the pattern was there. It hit the breakout level, retested it with a bullish candle. And in that sequence, my entry is the new 5-minute high. I would have entered there just above just as a new 5-minute high and just trailed the price up through the levels. That would have been huge. And that's the second time. If you guys remember yesterday, Meta did something good as well. It was a big double bottom right here. I was talking to you guys about it right before I went off the mic. This whole thing, I didn't trade that either, but that was another good setup. So now that's 2 in a row. We're gonna have to do something about this. Missing opportunities. But you can't catch everything, right? And let's see, what else do we have here? AMD popping up, hitting another level. It's been very difficult to trade today, but there you go. So, Taylor, yeah, we just went through the thought process on Tesla. Here, do it again real quick. Where is it? Yeah, Tesla hit the level, put in this hammer right about at the level. To me, that's a bullish signal with room to the left, all the good stuff. New 5-minute high is the entry. I waited for the market to open and show strength, and that was it. All I needed was, I don't know, just for it to show a little strength in this 417 area. So it really was about 20, 30 seconds, and I was in it. and off you go. For us, yep, the levels are based on the 8 a.m. candle as usual. Nothing new. VClim, no, not off pre-market. I don't look at it as pre-market. I look at it as the 8 a.m. candle, and that's it. Just one single candle, the 5-minute chart. Measure that distance, and then you just draw lines further up and further lower on that measure. That's it. These are just equidistant lines. And that's it. If it gives me patterns at these levels, at these areas, I'll be interested. And that's all there is. And again, I'm looking at it today. I mean, everything moved. A lot of things moved, but for the way I like to trade, only 2 setups. Thankfully, I took one at least. So, what else you guys want to talk about? What did y'all do today? Everyone excited for Vancouver? It's gonna be fun, man. I'm still looking at flights, as in I've been looking at it. I should probably book. But definitely guaranteed to show up a few days early and stay about a week after as well. Always fun. Way too much fun, actually. Karthik, you want to know about Netflix? All right. Who was here last night trading Netflix at the earnings release, 4 p.m., all that stuff? This was wild, huh? $100 move. This is crazy. If only you could trade options at this time. This would have been so nuts. Break of high of day after the earnings release is probably where I would enter, buy some calls. And that thing is just, whoa, $100. You know what options do when it moves like this? It goes up 1,000%. You buy it at $1, sell it at 10, something like that. But options are closed when the market's closed. Anyways, Netflix now looks like we had some volatility up front. A pretty large move in the first 5-minute candle, and then a whole lot of chop. Bit of a reversal happening now, but yeah, this is not something I would trust. If I had a level there around the no, was it 960, 970 area somewhere? Where this hammer happened? You see this hammer? It's actually a good piece of price action. If I had a level in this area, this 965 area, then I would probably take a long. The price action I like to take is I take a long at the new 5-minute high and survive this chop before it started to run. And the thinking here is this is interesting. It came down. Let's say it is a level there. It came down with a big bearish candle and then indecision, and then it put in the hammer. And it hasn't been down here before, this 960 area. Look at that. Lots of space to the left, right? Big bullish hammer, very bullish. The new high is where I would take my entry and just sit on it, let it go. And then you're trading the levels. That's how I would trade this. Before this, I don't see a lot of action. Maybe here, a reverse ABCD could have been an opportunity. But that would be very hard to trade. I don't think I would trade this. Very choppy. But yeah, that's the setup I see on this. Some of you are in it, I hope. You would have had to enter maybe 15 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago to catch this move. It's already moved like $10 from Netflix. It's amazing. I might add Netflix to my watch list, huh? What do we have here? Rabowski, what charts are you looking at? You're looking at TradingView or something? They have different stuff. Just use DOS. I mean, you want to do it properly. Get the BBT DOS deal subscription. It's just easy. It's a discount. It's easy. It's, and you don't need to think much. Like you don't want software to hold you back, right? On your trading process or your trading journey. So just, get the right stuff and get going. Get the right tools. Otherwise, you're going to be hampered all the time. Mac, you want tips and tricks to working with options fast on DOS, like have the options chain up, select your price. Yeah, Mac. So what I do is I keep an options chain up and I don't actually work fast. Like you saw me get in on Tesla in the first 30 seconds of the day or so, but I already planned that trade 3 minutes before the opening bell or something like that. And so I had enough time to pull up the options chain, select the ticker, select the contract. If the price action complied, I'd go on it, right? But that's it. I don't have any tricks to make it fast. Just one options chain is all I've got on my screens. And if I begin to like something that's about to set up, then I'll turn on that options chain, put that ticker in and go. And go as in don't buy it, wait and see if it sets up for your setup and your confirmation and your target and all that, and then that's it. There you go. Oliver, you got Netflix yesterday? Nice. Netflix was insane. Oh my goodness. I gotta find a way to trade earnings. I never trade earnings. It's always 1 a.m. here. I'm not gonna stay up and try and trade and I don't I like options, and of course you don't get options at this time of the day. Anyways, some of you guys want to look at ARM? Sure, let's have a look. Oh, ARM is big. What happened here? Big gap or some news or something. Look at that. Probably some catalyst, right? You guys would know better. So, big move up. Don't short a strong stock. You'll have Brian say that all day. And also, I don't see any setup for a short. I see it moved up and it's grinding up very slowly, more chopped than anything. It's not something I would touch. Anyways, I don't look at stocks like these, but right now the price action is telling me don't touch me. I'm just going to stay here, be choppy, wait for it to establish a trend, another trend. Titan S, you want to know how much DOS and BBT subscriptions are? Yeah, so the BBT website right here, the team will put on the link here, and you'll have there's different packages and various things. So it's too much for me to even articulate, but it's right on the homepage. Get the link right here in the chat. Yes, there it is right there. You guys are all asking about callouts, huh? AMD short. Why would AMD be a short? It just broke out of a level. Let it become a false breakout, a double top, something like that. Then maybe you have a short. I don't see it being short. Not here. Not yet. I wouldn't risk money on this. It could still go down, but I wouldn't risk money on this. No way. Meta. You guys want to look at Meta as well, huh? Okay, let's see. Meta is a great big chop fest like ARM. Look at that. Nice solid move up. For a little while, it looked like it may be a double top, but it didn't set up. You can see all the wicks. There was no opportunity to enter a short here. And sure enough, now it's just stuck here, the 628 area. I notice where it gets stuck, right at a level. You know, levels are great, right? Just right at a level. Amazing. So, there you go, guys. Yeah, the link for tomorrow's webinar, 12:30 Eastern. So we'll have this session on YouTube, 11 to 12, and 12:30 come in there. And be sure to come. This is going to be a big one. It's a lot of information, but all the good stuff that I haven't put out in the previous webinars. The stuff that y'all have been asking about consistently all the time. So, let's do this. It's going to be a lot of fun. I was preparing it yesterday and today, and it's like, whoa, there is a lot of great stuff in here. Great examples, lots of live examples. So you like that. So let's see, what else is here? Apple was good at the open, huh? Was watching it, didn't have a setup, but no, nice and strong, straight up. Yeah, fun. Yeah. Meta would have been amazing. That's the thing. One trade is all you need, and then you hit a goal and that, or at least a satisfactory P&L or something, then you stop trading. But then other setups come, and that's where FOMO comes. Now you got to decide: are you going to break your rules and go trade, or are you going to stick to your rules? Well, obviously, stick to your rules. So that's why I'm not trading anymore today. I'm done. Just like yesterday, I traded early, and then I joined you guys here on YouTube. Saw the setup, but didn't trade it. So that's a tricky one. Once you get going, there's FOMO on both sides. You overtrade sometimes when you're doing well, sometimes when you made losses, all of that stuff. You got to stick to your guns. Otherwise, you change your rules every day. Well, you know what's going to happen, right? You'll be inconsistent. What else? What am I missing here? Top tick trading going to join? Yes, join the webinar tomorrow. We're going to have a lot of fun. Always fun. What else? Cadler Lopez, Amazon short. Let's have a look. Well, it is going down. Did it give you an entry to catch this short? I don't see a reversal setup here. I still don't see a reversal setup, even at the level where it is now. But it's at a level, right? 233.80. This area, something could happen here. Last time it got here, something happened, right? These levels are great. Magic levels, really. So, yeah, something could happen. Let's see. But I don't know how you would have been able to catch this 30 minutes ago. I'm sure there are different strategies to catch it. I don't have one. Not for the way that I trade. I don't like this one. JJMA, how do I know the 8 a.m. range would be respected? Because I've been observing it for years. That's why. And you notice that it very often respects the levels and then just measure those moves. Measured moves are another very simple concept. Nothing that I created. You read about this in books and all that. I'm just applying that to the 8 a.m. candle. That's all there is. And yeah, there you go. What's going on this chart? Something's weird. Huh. Candle prints are weird. Anyways. Chris, Meta was good at the open? No, it wasn't. It was good. I think the setup happened, what, 15 minutes later? Here, about 20 minutes later. I would have entered this 950 candle if I was still trading and I had eyes on it. That setup was really good. At the open, it was a mess. Look at that. These two indecision candles, no way. Mm-mm. No, no, no. You guys are typing fast again. I'm just going to try and catch your questions here. Mike, I like to buy out of the money options when I'm trading the open and in the money when I'm trading later. Today, I basically was at the money. It was like 417.50. It was just slightly out of the money. But yeah, that's it. It just depends on the speed of the move. If I think the move is going to happen quickly, like at the open, then I like to go out of the money, get a little extra kick out of it. Now, otherwise, it's in the money most of the day because the moves are slower. You got to survive pullbacks, hold it for 2 or 3 hours, that kind of thing. Apple, want to know about Apple? Let's see. So Apple, relatively clean, huh, compared to most of the other actions. So this is cool. It was strong, and then retraced to a level, back up to the level, retraced again. The lows are getting higher. Now it's come back to the higher level. ABCD pattern, very simple pattern. Again, not the way I do ABCDs, but again, a very simple way to do this. ABCD at a level, doing the breakout approximately now. Then you would be looking for a high of day break around 233.30 or so, 233.40. And the next level up I have is 223.75. So relatively clean, good pattern. But again, I don't trade ABCDs like this. Mine, it has a few more nuances in it. But again, this is what it should look like. This is the basic concept. It goes from down to up. It consolidates at an area of interest, which is a level. And then it breaks out of its consolidation, which right now it seems like it wants to do. Again, breakouts and such things, they're very slow now. If you're trading this time of the day, take it easy with this stuff. Really take it easy. This has potential to go up to the next level, which is 223.75. Actually, looking at everything else on my charts, this looks all right. AMD as well. At the moment, getting to its high of day again. Possible break. Look at that. AMD got choppy and then it got out of that choppy zone aggressively. And then it got cleaned up. So far, relatively clean. Break of 220, was it two of 125 would be fun if it happens. Willie Mac, you want to know about Nvidia at the 8 a.m. thing? Here, take a look. 8 a.m. So there's the top of it. Let's pull it back down. So there you go. There you go. Top and bottom. That's how Nvidia did. Nvidia was messy. Yeah, I didn't want to touch it. It was just mostly just wicks all over the place. No setup at any level that I like to look at. Nothing worked. Nothing makes sense. Shane, you got into Apple? Cool. Yeah, you like those ABCDs? Cool. Meta doing another one as well now. Take a look. There it is, also getting close to its high of day. You probably have lots of liquidity at 6:30. Take a look at that, guys. You can have some fun with that. Meta was so wild when it approached 628 earlier. It was wild. Oh, look at that. Did you see that? It just happened. Oh, you guys are late on YouTube, 10-second delay. But it hit 630 and it didn't just hit it, just blew right through it, like jumped, gapped almost. That's why I like Meta. It really is aggressive. When it moves, it goes. Smacked into a lot of liquidity just now, just as we were talking about it. Very, very interesting. Meta was near perfect today. I just wasn't trading. Frank McDowell, Tesla long, all right. Cool. Nvidia. Aiden likes to short. What are my favorite stocks? I trade the Mag 7 and AMD. And you have a question. Am I divorced? What do you think? Do I sound and look like a divorced person? I'll let you guess. Is there a kind? Is there a stereotype? You'll have to educate me on that because I don't know. There you go, Melanie. Obsessed with the settlement candles. Cool. Yeah, they work nicely. You can really rely on them. Again, I've been observing them for a couple of years, and I've used them plenty over the years with various times and adjusting strategies and stuff. And recently, I decided to bring it back. Again, it's nothing new. It's nothing that I haven't done with like 1,000 trades before. So, all good. Power Nation kick out. Amazon is not going anywhere. I mean, it's not setting up to go anywhere. It could go down, up. I don't know. But it's not setting up to go anywhere. Not the way I like setups. On the other hand, Microsoft is. Look at that. Broke out of the level about 440. See the good breakout. Came back, retest. See that bullish hammer, the retest area. The entry would have been about 5 minutes ago at the new 5-minute high. And then you're on your way. And the target would be, I'll just move the levels one more measure up. Well, what am I doing here? There it is. 443 area is the first area of interest. And then, yeah, same measured move going up. Probably end up at 446. There you go. You can already tighten the stop on that one if you guys caught it. This is a setup I trade. There you go. That's the third setup I've seen today. Microsoft. And Meta's going to. There you go, guys. There's the link with all the stuff. All the stuff I'm sharing with you here on setups and trades and strategies and all this. I've got all this material out there in courses and mentorship and also plenty of free material. It's all in this link here, as well as I put it out on social media every day. And also you can get in touch with me if you have any questions. It's all there. So, take a good thorough look. There's only so much we can do here on YouTube, but there's a lot more to it. And there's plenty of free material. You start there. And you find your way. You'll be more oriented, put it that way. Willie Mac, you like those trades? Cool, man. There you go. See, Willie Mac's checking them out. Trading Terminal. I put the live trading videos out there every day. I trade live with my mentees. Today's video will be up in about an hour after I get done with this. Yeah. Dan, I'm dating your granddaughters, man. Dan. Yes, I know. Dan and I have a deal. If I put up the live trading videos within the day, he allows me to date his daughter or granddaughter. I keep saying it every day. Oh my goodness. Well, those videos get rendered and uploaded when they get rendered and uploaded. That's not in my hands. There you go. Look at this now. Meta's getting interesting again, guys. Again, next level up, right? Let's see what happens here. What's it likely to do? This would have been a huge trade on Meta. I can't believe I didn't touch it. Ugh. Well, that's the thing. When you have a seriously solid start to the day, and well, not just a start, just your first trade is good. Emotionally, it kind of is like you want to protect your profits for the day, right? So that's the thing. It's not a technical thing. So something to work on. Ash, no, I don't look at daily chart candles. Just 5 minute. Now I've just boiled it down to 5-minute charts. That's it. There's nothing else on my screens. What you're seeing is this is it. Everything else is just buttons to enter and exit, and that's it. Richie, to be a good trader, you have to be divorced. I don't think so. I think Andrew was talking about that earlier too, right? I think what's more important is to have good influences around you. Like surround yourself with the right kind of positive people. And if you don't have a life partner that's super positive, well, okay, you don't have to. But I think that's the most important thing. Friends, family, community, all of that stuff. Supportive, positive, that kind of energy, that kind of vibe. It's kind of very proactive, positive energy type of people. Those are the kind of people I surround myself with. I mean, that's BBT, right? That's why I've been progressing in this. So I don't think there's any sort of rule where you have to be divorced to be able to trade. I don't think so. Just because a lot of people are doesn't mean it's how it has to be. AMD, look at that. Hit the level as well. Now let's see what happens. That was a neat little move, huh? Look at that. It was choppy. And once it got out of where it was choppy, it's been clean. I mean, it's telling you, like it's just talking to you. Don't touch me now. I'm choppy. And then you have an opportunity to clean it up later. That works. What else is here? Oh man, you guys got a lot of questions. All right, let's try this. Krishan, no, I don't have a tick chart. It's a candlestick chart. 5-minute candlesticks. Make sense? Cool. Yeah, Tesla pulling away. Tesla. There we go. Yeah, very choppy. It's not something I would touch. Nancy, want to know a book about options? The only one I ever read was Brian's book, How to Trade Options. Really good because he makes it really simple. All his books are so simple, easy to understand, which aligns with my thought process. I don't like complexity. Um, if it hurts my brain, I put the book down. So I don't finish it. But his was easy. I mean, I read the whole thing. I was like, oh, that's it. That's all there is. That's great. And it's easy to understand. It's very clear. It's logical. In the money, out the money, risk, always, that stuff. That's what you need, man. Start there. And then if you need, whole lot more detail and all, then that's another world. But yeah, start right there, man. There it is. There's the link to Brian's book on Amazon. Great book. Really great. Yeah. You got to come to Vancouver, man. That's when I got the book in Vancouver last year. This time last year. It really got me going. Yeah. So, Melanie, yeah, that's right. Partner as well. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I'll tell you guys something since you're on the subject. A lot of my mentees know this. Actually, everyone in BBT knows this. I believe firmly in the 80/20 principle. I just kind of do everything with that principle in mind, even the way I conduct myself outside of trading and everything. So even if you look at my trading, it's very simplistic. It's just candlesticks, horizontal lines, 80/20, as in the work is minimal, the reward is quite large, is disproportionate. And Melanie, here you're talking about miserable partners and all that. Well, that's the one of the 80/20 things that I read about on that subject. Is that if you're finding a partner, to begin with, you gotta ensure that person is a solid, positive person within himself or herself. Begin there. If that person doesn't pass that filter, then already don't let that person into your intimate life, because that will just spill over on you. So 80/20, right? And it's a pretty simple thing to check out. And you spend some time with a person, you pretty much understand their insecurities, their fears, their demons, all that stuff, and you figure out if that's positive enough for you or not enough for you. You actually eliminate most people that way. So that's my process, and I think it works. There you go. Look at that. All right, Nancy, you live in Vancouver, so you got to come. There you go. Simple. Melanie, everything can be charted, right? I mean, what is this turning into? Like some marriage, dating, counseling website, or is this a day trading channel? What are we trying to do here, guys? I'm just reading the chat here and answering questions. So I don't know if you guys are going to keep talking about this. I'm going to be enforced to change the subject back into candlesticks. You know what kind of channel you're here watching? Anyone know? Uh, Top tick trading. Yeah, Andrew started it. Okay, well, Andrew started it. Okay, if Andrew started it, we can continue. I think that's fair. But no, we all gotta. Oh man, what's going on today? Even with my mentees today, we were on this subject about trading certain stocks that are not behaving well, and you're stopping out, and it's like that abusive girlfriend. And so you guys gotta join the communities. Really, it's so much fun in BBT and in the private mentorship stuff I do. Also, we just you gotta keep it lighthearted because this is pretty serious business, and you gotta keep it lighthearted. Otherwise, you'll all freak out. Really freak out.
Gotta have a sense of humor, no question. How you
Yeah,
doing,
there you
Javi?
are.
How are you, man?
I'm good, Carlos. Good, man. Good. Good to hear your voice, man.
Glad to hear you're good, brother. Yeah, topics today have been very exciting. Very spicy,
Yeah.
a few of them. Oh man,
We
but
could just run away with them, if we really want to change the theme, but I don't think so.
yeah.
We're still day trading.
Sometimes I wonder if we should do like a separate, nothing to do with trading podcast. I think it'll be very, very spicy. It'll be very, very fun.
It will be. There's a lot of spicy characters
How
around.
traders think, what's really happening in traders' minds, and just go
Oh
off
my God.
topic and no rails. Will be fun.
We're gonna get banned on YouTube, man, doing stuff like that.
Listen, we have said some stuff. If we haven't been banned yet, I think we're pretty good right now. We're okay.
We're okay.
Okay, yeah.
Awesome. How'd you trade today, Carlos? You get something?
Good, man. I did. I got a QBTS, so I did that. That was pretty nice. And I had one bad one on Nvidia. I tried to get something going on it, but again, it was just crap. At least when I got in, it's a little bit later. Andrew did the morning part of it, so he did great there. I tried to get a high of day breakup, but I was too early on it. So around 10:15 or so, didn't work out. Actually dropped. That's probably the only red candle in that whole stretch. That 10:15 one. So after that got going, so my timing wasn't great. But yeah, one winner, one loser. But the winner covers the loser, so that's all you need, right? Don't need to go crazy on it. But
Yeah.
but yeah, overall great day. And again, this week so far, only 2 days in, it feels like more, but so far so good. So looking forward to this volatility continuing, man. But right now, this is I don't know if you trade a lot during this period. I know sometimes you do, or maybe Paris does. This is a very tough period to trade, right? You got to be very patient. And so I normally don't trade in this area, but it's fun to hear your commentary, Paris. Thor, who's by the way, in our chat room at the moment. It's great to see people that trade during this time. How patient they are, just waiting for that setup.
Yep, it's a tricky time for sure. And wait for your setup, wait for your setup, wait for your setup. And really, it's worth waiting for because you take something that's imperfect, you might win, but then you've created a bad habit. Do the same thing the next day, take an imperfect setup, and you'll lose, and then you'll lose two more, and then you wonder what the hell's happening. Well, the truth is, you're just taking setups that are not there, you're just creating them in your head. So wait for your candlesticks, your indicators, whatever it is like that you like to look at, and they just come slower later in the day. In the first 15 or 30 minutes, they come faster, and they come slower later, which is easier to read, but it requires
Yep.
patience. But I gotta say, most of my bigger trades tend to be at this time of the day, where I can find a good entry with a tight stop, so I can put on a big size, and then just let it run for a couple hours. And those are the
Mm-hmm.
big ones. You get those much bigger
Yeah.
moves in the day. When I trade the first 5 minutes, I get some good ones, but they're usually not my biggest ones. The biggest ones
Yeah.
happen later. So lots of opportunity.
I do see that, like with people that get the big moves, they're usually not the 5 minute ORB break. All right, the 5 minute ORB is going to give you that initial move. And again, I trade this strategy a ton. It's what I look for every day. But most of the time, they give you that first initial pop, comes back to the VWAP. Once the market settles down, is when you start getting these bigger trending moves. Look at Meta right now, right? Meta is Meta one of them? Let me see. I see you have it up here. Yeah,
Yeah.
Meta is going right, and the volatility, the nastiness is out of the way from the pre-market, for the market open, and it's been on a move ever since. So yeah, I get that, man. I could see that. I could see those being really, really great moves like you're seeing on Meta right now.
Yeah. It's brilliant. It's something I tell my mentees almost every day. Is like we see these big candles at the open, the first minute, the first 5 minutes, and they look huge on the screen, right? And I tell them, wait for it.
Right.
Just wait 15, 20 minutes. You'll see that this is going to be the smaller candle of the day. you'll see that this will just be one move and it's two candles, but the rest of the day we'll have another 60 candles or whatever. And overall, you put them together, that's the move. The second and third moves of the day are usually the bigger ones. The first ones, as you said, Carlos, are just pops and drops and breakouts and scalping opportunities. But
Yep.
really, to catch the big one, like here on Meta, you would have to get in 20 minutes after the open or something like that, you know? Same on Microsoft. It was like 15, 20 minutes later. So that's when the big ones happen, guys, really. And these reversals are pretty big. Sometimes you get huge continuations that are, the second leg is bigger than the first leg, those sorts of things. And yeah, worth waiting for. Always worth waiting for. Everyone gets
Yeah.
excited. Hey, it's open. I want to trade the open. But truthfully, you want to make big money, then you got to hang out a little more.
Yeah. Yep.
Fun, fun.
AMD is good for measure moves today. You're telling us or asking us? We'll check either way. Let's see AMD. Hey, another one that's breaking out pretty nice, man. A beautiful high of day breakout. Is this the one that John took? I know John loves his high of day breakout. This could have been one of them today. Man, that's clean. Very, very clean.
Yeah, cleaned up the last 30 minutes or so. It's been good after, yeah, basically 11 a.m. and solid. So yeah, measured moves look just fine. I mean, they work all the time. You can see how AMD moved from one level to the next measured move level. Now it's putting in a few dojis, a little indecision. Let it decide what it
Yep.
wants to do at this level, and that's that. You have the next level up, or it goes down, or it just sits there all day. So let the indicators tell you. There we go. What else we have? Spy, very into spy. Okay. Um, ABR wants to know what pattern in 5 minute chart is more important than 1 minute. It's not, here's the thing about candlestick
Hmm.
patterns. I think, and again, I've read this in books and I've been applying it, and I find it to be true, is candlestick patterns are candlestick patterns, irrelevant of time frame. So the same ABCD pattern you might see on a 5 minute, you look at it on a daily chart, you'll find an ABCD pattern there too. You look at a 30-minute chart, you find one there too. So once you understand patterns, then it's a matter of pick your time frame. That's how I put it in my head, and
Yeah.
it works just fine. It works just fine. So yeah, candlesticks, best thing in the world, man. Candlesticks, easy to read and gives you most of the information you need. So
That is
Meta
very true.
again. Yeah. Well, let's have a look. Meta again breaking another high of day, possibly. Look at this entry at like 622 or so, like at 950. This would have been my entry if I was trading it. I was telling everyone here, I got 2 days worth of FOMO in me right now. Just missing this. Oh,
Yeah, this meta is man, it is. I'm telling you, I hear a lot of radio stuff and analysts, and because I love this market stuff, man. Not just the day trading. I love the investment part of it, what other people are doing, the way other people think, and whatever, and just the business aspect of it. It's a lot of fun for me. And when I hear these analysts talking about we're not gonna have a big year again, especially not in tech, they're not gonna drive things. I'm like, are you looking at what's happening? Because I know it's only January, I know it's only a couple of days, but it seems like everything is kind of just tilting in that direction, right? So, um, Meta's a great example of it now. I mean, just crushing Nvidia and just hanging out below all-time highs. And Meta is actually, I'm looking at the daily, man. This thing is gonna go. It wants all-time highs.
Yep,
All-time
this
highs
is
is sitting 638.43 in that
Yep.
area. Wow.
This is gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to more of this tomorrow and the next day. And I'm seeing a pattern emerging on Microsoft as well. Look at that, all high of day. I was telling everyone earlier, just about 30 minutes ago, you see that breakout of 440.50 level, and comes back to retest the level with a perfect pattern. Puts in a hammer at the level, doesn't have massive giant candles right before it. New 5 minute highs where you can enter and you're going. And this thing looks like it wants 445.
Yep.
So good stuff there. Let's put these levels further up now. And yeah, 445.35 is the level I've got. There you go. That's a neat pattern. There you go, ABR. That's a pattern you want.
It's awesome.
Well, yeah. So
Any books you recommend on candlestick patterns? I mean, there's so many out there, but I would actually recommend, obviously Andrew's book. We have some patterns there as well. But you could even look at YouTube videos, like search YouTube videos on simple candlesticks patterns, right? And you can find stuff there as well to get you going. We have some stuff in our education center, obviously, as well. But yeah, the candlestick patterns should be something very, very simple that you can get started right away on learning how to read them. And then the next thing is going to be screen time. Screen time, screen time, screen time, so you can identify them. Because knowing the candlesticks patterns is very easy. You could print something out, have a couple of 7 or 8 patterns you like, and then it's identifying them in a way that you can actually take action on it. Is the difficult part. So that's what you want to spend a lot of time in as well. Avi, do you have any books you recommend or anything that in regards to candlesticks patterns?
Yeah, definitely that's a good point. It's simple enough where there's a lot of videos out there, and again, yeah, within our training center in BBT, there's plenty of stuff we've got there, and all the mentorship stuff. As far as books are concerned, the first book I ever read on anything to do with the financial markets was about candlestick patterns. It was Japanese Candlesticks by Steve Nissen. That
Oh,
was
wow,
excellent.
that's a classic.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it. I'm
yeah,
I'm just stuck on candlesticks. There's nothing else that,
yeah,
has come in my way since then. So that one's excellent. You get an excellent thorough overview of most things, including I think it's a good 80/20 book. It touches on all kinds of other indicators that you can use in conjunction with candlesticks, like measured moves. Basically got the most of it from that book. And the other one that I read more recently in the last 6 months is Naked Forex. That's a Forex book. They talk about candlesticks and how to trade with candlesticks and how to get setups and wait for confirmations of setups just looking at patterns. So that's another unique one. So I recommend those two. Naked Forex by Walter Peters. So those two, I think you don't need much else, man. Just start with those. Or again, but you can see even on our BBT channel, we have plenty of videos on 5-minute videos on candlestick patterns and what to look for. And even I put them out every day with all the mentorship I do. I record these sessions, and every day we're talking about candlestick patterns at levels, when to take them, when not to take them. So there's a mountain of information there, an excellent place to start. So,
yeah.
all right. Gosh. Okay, this FOMO is just building and building up in me. I'm gonna explode any
Are
minute
you
now.
looking at
This
a Meta? I'm looking
Microsoft.
at Meta. Which are you looking at, Meta
Yeah.
or
Now I'm looking at Microsoft. It's like, yeah, everything's going. Shit.
everything is going north, man,
Yeah.
northeast. Uh,
It's fun. And here's a contrary thing. Look at this. Apple hit the level and it's a giant double top, which now is beginning to look more and more like a double top. I didn't identify this 10 minutes ago, but the setup is there. The first high, the second high is lower. Prints a bearish candle. My entry would be the new 5-minute low, and you trail the price down.
yep,
There you
yep.
go. There you go. Sorry, you smack into that level right there. How much fun is this?
There's a company that's again not taking advantage of this move at all the hype, right? They're just struggling. They're
Amazing.
trying today. They're trying, but I just not doesn't seem like it's enough. I don't know.
Yeah, no, they're see a big double top. I mean, that's pretty much also, yeah, it's only yeah, it's not even hit yesterday's high, so yeah, not enough. Not enough.
But it's one you got to keep an eye on, though, right? Because I think, and as far as like longer term stuff, once they figure it out, it's gonna explode, right? They got the money to back up anything they want to do. It's just got to figure out what's next, right? And once they do that, man, this thing will be rocking again. So it's a company that's not going away. This is going through a little bit of a rough patch, seems like.
Yep. Yep, there's always buyers underneath Apple. A bit of a cult
Yeah,
following in that sense, it's, and yeah, on a quarterly perspective, even Tesla's like that. So, yeah. I have a question here, Chris S. One trade at a time at the open. Yeah, when I'm trading the open, if I find a setup and I'm in it, it's very hard to take two because things move fast. So I prefer not to, not these days anyway. But later in the day, yeah, I don't mind doing a couple at the same time simultaneously. They're slow enough. I just put range orders in and let them go. So you got to manage yourself more than anything else. And if the trades are too fast and too stimulating and you can't keep up, then one at a time. I think that's very, very important. Oh yeah, cool. That Google as well now, getting interesting on my chart, hitting the level, basically close to the high of the day. Got that level 200.3. Let's find out what happens. AMD also looking for a high day break. Amazon as well pushing. Oh man. What's we got here?
Let's see. Could you explain the PLTR 5-minute pattern? Is it bullish or bearish, and why? Let's take a look. PLTR 5 minutes. Right now, I mean, it looks, I mean, it's definitely bullish, right? Right now, you can see higher highs, higher lows as we're going up. You got this interesting candle that just took place here, right? A lot of big rejection at the high of the day. Did we break it? We did. Brand new high of the day, but a lot of rejection there. But right now, this is bullish, right? We got to see if we can get any kind of reversal pattern going. But this is clearly bullish, clearly strong. Man, big bounce from the VWAP. Straight to the VWAP. Nice bounce off of that. Let's see. Let's see if we can hold this 76.50s, the high of the pre-market. I'm sorry, the high of the day right now, which has made it. So let's see what the next candles give us. But right now, this is strong. I mean, I don't see any weakness on it at the moment.
Yeah, definitely strong. And looking at the patterns it's put in since the open today as well, it's at the open in the first 45 minutes, it put it in a double bottom with the second bottom higher than the first, so that's very bullish. Then sure enough, broke out of the opening 5-minute range. That's basically $75 breakout. Came back and retested $75, basically the top of the opening range. Right? Look at that breakout, retest. And then going back to the high of day, and when it went to the high of day 10 minutes ago, it made a new high, as in a higher high. So that is no way a signal for a reversal for me as well. That's don't even think about reversing it. So it's probably
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
mess around here and then break the high of day. It looks that way. So overall, everything bullish about it. There's nothing that I would ever short in this case.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, fun. PLTR, man. Everyone asks about this stuff every day, and I start wondering, should I trade options on this? I mean, how bad would the spread be? It's not Tesla or anything. It would be insane.
Yeah, PLTR right now.
Right. Right.
Pretty good comeback the last couple of days too. Since the 13th, they've just been on a tear here. So, yep, doing pretty nice.
PLTR. Wow. Yeah, there it is. Anyone buy PLTR below 50? On my chart, that gap up, I've got lines on that area from November. My goodness, that would have been a move. You'd double your money from there.
I know, right? Right. I'm still hurting from American Airlines. I'm looking at it today. I'm like, come on. It just keeps going higher and higher. I sold that at like 12, and this thing is up $6 from there. Painful.
Oh man.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, I can't catch everything. Oh well.
Yeah. I mean, I had a great move, and I'm very happy with the move I got there. But man, it would be nice to get a little more.
Oh wow. Let's catch the next one, eh?
Oh, we sure will. Friends, don't forget to join us in Vancouver, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're all going to be there, so definitely join us there. The dates are end of March. The links are in the chat. You can see them there. So join us if you haven't bought your ticket yet. Buy your ticket, get your flight. Don't miss. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I really hope to see you guys there. So hopefully you can make it.
Yeah, guys, make it out. Again, I'm telling you, I put in the effort to travel around the world to come to see you guys, and if you don't show up, then what the hell's the point of it, right? So come on, you're gonna have fun. We're all gonna have a blast. And again, it's not just the presentations and the technical information that you walk away with, but all those conversations you have on the side, all the energy that you
Yeah.
share and that you absorb, and you walk away with not just a lot more technical stuff, but a lot more inspiration and energy. And again, I can tell you, my trading also improved tremendously when I went to my first one 3 years ago in San Diego. Great big catalyst for my trading career. So
Yeah.
if you want to do it, man, do it. Come and do it. Come and do it with us. We're having fun. And then, of course, there's outside fun, as Andrew keeps telling you all about. We got the dinner and the club and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
it's going to be a blast.
It's going to be a great time. And on YouTube, friends, hit that thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Shout out to Caroline C, who won the laptop earlier today. So I know she's excited. Can't wait to see a video. So, and when you make the video, if you're still watching, simple. You saw the video today. Very simple. Camera on there. You know, what was that 45 seconds? You know, we just want to see you say hi to us and just kind of, it's a way for us to meet the people that we're seeing, right? Because you see us, you see me, you see Brian, Andrew, Avi, but it's nice to see members, man. It really is, because we're here, we're looking at screens all day, and when we have these events, we can actually see a member's face. It's refreshing, right? Because if not, it's just us sitting here with a bunch of charts all the time. So it's nice to see faces, man. It really is. I'm looking forward to it. To getting up to Vancouver, looking forward to seeing your videos. So when you guys win, it's a lot of fun. So
Hmm. Yeah, it's a blast. And Mac, you don't have to have a mobile trading setup. I typically don't trade at these events, mostly because I'm helping people, but I mean, you don't have to. We have the live trading session on the Monday, but it's a lot of, it's very informative just to be in the room while 200
yeah,
people are doing it. And you have, Andrew and Brian at the open live. You see them on YouTube and all, but you see them in person. You're right in front of them and they're talking through it. And what I personally don't know, well, I guess I'll tell it. I look at everyone's screens. I stand at the back of the room and I watch everyone. And it's a blast watching all these candlesticks and indicators and everyone. And then when sometimes it's really fun to watch 100 people at the same time get into a position and it goes immediately in the whole room. You can kind of feel everyone breathing well, and
for the
it's
energy.
yeah, it's really
Yeah,
fun. I
yeah,
love doing that. So you don't have to trade. Just come, take pictures, and just
yeah,
enjoy the
yep.
vibe, really, you know.
Take it in.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right, guys,
Vancouver.
take a look at what's going around here. Spy still holding. Spy still right. 107.70 is the high right now. Let's see how this is going to do. This market is
The other side of things, look at Amazon. Big double top. The setup just happened. The new 5 minute low would have been the entry. This is a good one. At the level, the second top is lower than the first. This is a near perfect setup and going down. So still stuff going on. Google's interesting
yep.
too. Similar setup. There you go. Breaking through 200. Not as clean as Amazon, but there you go.
Yeah, Google is messy today. Like if you look at it, it's just a lot of look at the wicks in the morning, even not throughout the middle of the between 10 and 11 here, still very choppy. It's like at 11 things kind of settled down and finally started doing something. You have a lot of stocks like that just kind of waited a little bit and got going. So you could really trade all day, like you're mentioning, Avi, right? You could trade all day. There's opportunities out there the entire day. You just got to be patient and wait for their setup, and you can see that there. Abby,
Mm-hmm.
when is your webinar tomorrow? Is it
Bro,
noon?
yes. It's at 12:30 tomorrow in Trading Terminal. So be sure to show up, guys. It's gonna be a blast. Everyone can show up. It's not locked in just for BBT members. It's on tradingterminal.com. You just need an email address to get in there. And I've got plenty to share with you guys. All these questions you're talking about, I've got a good presentation for you. This one's gonna
Nice.
be different from the other ones I've done before. It's building on a lot of those things too. So it's good progression, and yeah, come hang out. You're gonna be a little surprised. I'm gonna kick your butts a little bit more than the previous ones. So
So it's right over
come
here,
and
guys. If you go to tradingterminal.com, you can see it on the screen up now. Click on this webinar. You're going to see that new. Click on there, and you'll see all the information right away. In fact, I'm going to copy the link and put it right on here for you guys so you do it now and you don't forget. There it is. So go to that right now and just go in there, join free webinar, and you are good to go. Starts in 23 hours and 6 minutes. There we go.
fantastic. Looking forward to that one. I'll be trading live tomorrow with my mentees and then talking to you guys on YouTube and then doing that webinar. So if I still have a voice by the end of that, we'll see. But there's like 4 hours on the microphone. Get some sleep tonight before all of that stuff. That's fun, I enjoy doing it. That's the whole point. That's
Oh,
why I'm
yeah,
putting
yeah,
the
yeah.
time out and putting the energy out, staying up late and doing this stuff. This is beyond trading. This is very, very satisfying just to interact and share and give back all this stuff. That's what it's about.
Yep, absolutely. Is it recorded? I'm not sure. This probably will be, but it's best if you can make it live, man. It's awesome. One, you support the speaker, right? I remember when I used to DJ, man. I want to see people dancing. If you're a DJ and nobody's dancing, nobody's standing it's the most, you know, de-energizing thing that you could possibly do. So, same thing, Siri. Nobody's talking to you. Let's turn this
Yeah.
off. And same thing with a speaker. Where a speaker comes in, he wants to see people there. So if you could make it, it'd be great. But but the recording, I believe it will probably be recorded and put it into our education center at BBT. So definitely can catch it.
Yep. We'll see if it's recorded, but that's the thing. When you come in there, I'll tell you now, I've got a whole section for Q&A. I've created a whole space in there because I know I'm gonna provoke you guys with the stuff I'll be sharing, and you're gonna have a million questions. So that's your opportunity to ask it, and we can talk and get into stuff. Otherwise, you don't get to ask the questions that you're curious about. Then you'll email me, and I'll respond to you a week after that because emails get stuck in the inbox, right? So, big advantages in showing up live. So plenty of good stuff. What are we looking at here?
Oh, what did
NV.
I just thought about, just popped into my head. ARM. We're looking at ARM because this thing was just parabolic earlier today. So ARM is okay. So pulling back towards the view up after give up the view up a big chance to catch up here. So kind of pulling back a little bit. Right, and this thing 160 was the opening of that 5 minute candle. And from there it's just all the way up, like no pullbacks on the 5 minute, all the way up to 180. I mean, talk about a move there. It's $20
Yeah.
pop. I mean, wow. That's awesome.
That's fun. Once it has a big move, it's got to rest before it goes anywhere again, or
Yeah.
continue or go down. So that seems like what it's doing, and it's been doing for a while. So choppy zone for now, but very strong up front. There you go. So what else? Oh yeah,
We
Microsoft again, guys. Candlestick patterns. I mean, what else do you want here? A, B, C, D. Off you go. 445. Next level up. 445, 35. Man, this is another one I like to trade because when it moves, it's like a big heavy stock that moves like a low float. You know, it's
yeah,
it's
yeah.
huge.
It's like a
The
freight
options
train,
is
man. Once it gets going in one direction, it's like it's just wants to go, and it's done that a couple of times. It's doing it here right now. Really nice.
yeah, perfect. Again, that retest at 11:10, and then just in the last 5 minutes, another ABCD, basically a breakout retest, almost the same thing, really.
Yeah.
And that's another pattern I would take if I was still trading. Fun. Joel, you want to know about Menti? Here, I'll put the link in here for you. You can have a look at the various options. Where is it? I haven't seen it in a while. There it is. Okay. So here you go, Joel. It's in the chat here in YouTube. So in that link, just you can copy paste that into your browser, and all the opportunities are there for mentorship.
CHPT.
Eric, you're in UAL, huh? United Airlines. Whoa, look at that. What happened here? How did this go?
They must have said something in their call that people did not like. Their call was sometime earlier today. I think the market was open when they were having their call, which is strange because I thought they would have their call right after earnings last night. So if you guys remember this, they had earnings last night, and they did very well. And yeah, something must have not gone well here. So man, it's clean. That is really a nice clean and drop that we're getting here.
That is, wow.
Um,
Amazing price action.
yeah,
Opportunistic.
this is another one, man. United at a 107 in August. They
Yeah.
were falling apart at 37. Um, so yeah,
Love it. Here, guys, last little quick one I could show you now before we end. Look at the
yep.
line I put on the chart here at UAL. The bottom of the 5 minute candle finally broke down. Where did it come back to retest at just about 11 a.m.? Precisely that bottom. And then it broke down again. And where did it test again? The more recent bottom, which was 111, let's say. And now from 111, it's on the way down. And then the more previous bottom would have been 109-ish. It just did a serious breakout right through that, likely to come back and test that. So you can see how price action moves in waves. Breakout, retest, breakout, retest. Simple horizontal lines. And this is not measured move or nothing. This is just looking at this 5-minute chart, picking lines, intraday levels. So it really does not have to be complex. It's right there. Not too difficult. Pay attention to price action, and you got the majority of it.
So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Meta consolidation. One more question he will answer. Meta consolidating for an upside move. Let's take a look. I mean, everything is just north right now, but Meta, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it pulled back to the 9, heading back up. I mean, yeah, I see that. It's still hanging around just below the high of the day. So, and this stock is strong, so I can see the consolidation for a possible move up. And I mean, you have your all-time highs at around 630, 638, I think. This thing wants it, man. I'm not saying today or right now, but it is pulling for it. It really is.
Yep. This wants to go. Looks good. Nothing to tell you to go short at the moment, so still holding up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Awesome.
friends over on YouTube, man. We appreciate you guys coming on, sticking around with us all the way from 8:30 to now, watching the live trading show, hanging out with Avi, Andrew, Brian, Peter. Appreciate you very, very much. We'll be back again at it again tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. starting with the pre-market show, taking you through stocks that are in play and all that good stuff. So we'd love to see you there. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if it's first time here. Don't forget about Avi's webinar tomorrow, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun, very entertaining, very educational. So we'd love to see you guys there.
Awesome. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, everyone here. Talk to you again tomorrow. See ya.
All right. Take care, guys. what I'm eating. I'm eating this Velveeta sandwich, man. I am starving. Been on since 8:30. You know how it goes. But yeah, have a great day.